Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity Studio. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. All-Star festivities have concluded. What a great 5 days of All-Star, 5 days of Philadelphia baseball, the celebration. And, you know, it's funny, all the pomp and circumstance, and it was cool. I loved it. I got to tell you, like, red carpets, and I guess a lot of the guys are going to Trout International, or Trout National is the golf course that Mike has. And all the guys are going over today for one last Philadelphia hurrah. And it was great, though. It was just such a Philadelphia flavor. I did a bunch of media, sports talk shows around the country. And it was so great just to kind of brag on our town, right? I got to brag on our city and how we do it. And it was cool because the country was like, wow, man, you guys are the greatest. Like, as much as they hate us, they love us. They respect us. They really do. They're like, man, that home run derby was the best ever. And the reason why it was the best ever was because the crowd made it. The crowd made the whole thing. Just like this whole All-Star thing was a rousing success. The game was bad, right? But the whole thing became a rousing success. And, we had the whole flavor everywhere, right? Sanchez got banged up a little bit, and, Harper and Schwarber and Marsh and Trout, McGonigal, just such a big-time Philadelphia kind of flair, Philadelphia flavor. The ballpark looked great. It was a rousing success, a lot of fun, and a great celebration of Philadelphia baseball. A lot of great. It's like we're having a moment. We're having a moment, man, and it's I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying every part of it. Like it's very cool, the whole thing. It really is. Now, the game's a shame. It was a drag because, they just couldn't hit. Like, pitchers are so ahead of hitters these days. And you see it, right? Like, you just saw it all the way. Even the AL, Sanchez didn't have the stuff. He was around the plate, so he got hit. But that was it, other than the Vargas home run. They didn't hit either after the first inning. And National League couldn't do anything. Guys are just coming in and, they just launch angles and swing and miss. That's what you saw last night. A lot of swing. Everybody's trying to hit a home run. Everybody's swinging from their shoes. And a lot of swing and miss. That's how it was. But, listen, overall, it was a great night. Looking forward to the second half. I know I think this All-Star weekend, or whatever you want to call it, long weekend, it really helped people getting pumped up for the Phils. Like, I think the town, all the baseball stuff, I think it sets the tone for the second half of the season and for the Phillies to make a run. Now, you hope that they make a trade and you get some reinforcements in here. But other than that, it was a great time. Great celebration of baseball. And I think, we kick it off with Phillies Mets. We'll go through the schedule this week and what it's going to look like after the break and what they have to do. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. I'm excited. Good morning, VG.
What's up, buddy? Man, what a dud. What a dud of a game.
Yeah, the game was...
Ballpark looked nice.
Overall, the whole thing was great.
Yeah, just the game stunk.
Yeah, I just don't know, man. When you have that caliber of pitcher...
And you don't get to see him twice or 3 times. You get to see him once.
Right.
And that's it. So
that's why Tampa invented the bullpen game.
Right.
Their idea was, listen, we're not going to expose our guy. One time, you don't get a book on a guy. You don't get a feel for what the guy's throwing.
Yeah. And then when they're throwing 98, 100 and it's moving.
Right.
Like, good luck.
And then you're sitting with Los
And then
Angeles.
the next guy comes off and it's a different movement. Good
Right.
Good luck.
Left-hander, right-hander,
Yeah.
right? Like, and then you think about it, like the approach when you're not playing, when your approach is let me open up and swing.
Yeah. I might get 2 at bats.
Right. I can't blame him. Like, you're not going to play small ball in the All-Star game.
Right.
Although that's how the AL won.
Well, shame.
Single.
Yeah. Sanchez didn't have his best stuff.
Nah, he didn't.
He wasn't locked in. You could see checking the dugout, saying one more. Like it's just
He couldn't locate.
No,
He struggled. He really struggled.
It may have been a little much. That's a lot. I mean, this is a guy who's came from nowhere to become a stud pitcher.
Yeah.
And now he's,
Yeah,
starting the All-Star game.
Listen,
adrenaline's going to be a lot.
He may be going for a little thing. Now, he pitched well the last time out, but he's been a little spotty every other kind of start.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he might be going for a little something.
I just think it was.
It's a shame because you know what? You know what I'm going to say.
No.
Wheeler should have started the game.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like if there was any opportunity to pay homage to the guy that came back from that condition, and lose a rib and everything else, like that was the only failure in this All-Star weekend was Wheeler.
We might have a fiery debate later on. Then
What's
Fieldsky
that?
wrote a piece saying the only thing that kept him out was a bruised ego.
Yeah, I'm Team Wheeler.
So am I.
All the way. Man.
Yes.
I'm
down with Mike. You ready, Mike?
I'm Team Wheeler. Bruce ego. I mean, not for nothing, but there should be some pride.
I agree. Although,
again,
what
did you bring it up? Somebody brought it up, which I thought it was you who brought it up, which I thought was the perfect example. The prom thing.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah,
I thought that was exactly right.
I agree, but
Like, what'd you say?
Well, I mean, she asked 5, 6 guys. I mean,
Right.
First time she glances over, you all right.
Right.
Maybe there's someone
Right.
apple of her eye, maybe. And then you're like, whoa, 2 or 3 other guys. Come on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun with Sealski later on.
Yeah, I disagree. I completely disagree with him on that.
Yes.
Because
he did a good piece being like, is it really the All-Star game? You're missing the best player in baseball, but every year there's injuries, people don't play.
Yeah, but I wish Wheeler would have started and in a perfect world of, to me, and by the way, he's earned it, right? Like, it's not that he hasn't earned it, but there should be some sort of career acknowledgement, especially with him in Philadelphia.
And if he was in there, he would. When you hear Dave Roberts, the Athletic followed him for a day, and he went over his mindset. The hardest thing is figure out your pitching. And a lot of it just comes down to seniority. Who's been here the longest? So Wheeler definitely would have got the start over Sanchez. So Sealski's piece, the Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani has an irritation in his left knee. The Yankees' Aaron Judge has a stress fracture in his right rib. And the Phillies' Zach Wheeler has a bruise to his ego.
That's a good line.
He's so good at it.
Yeah, it's a good line. It's harsh.
Then I found on the other side, I'm like, what is it? Is it Marcellus Wallace who talks about pride?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to swallow the pride.
No, but he's talking about that from taking a dive.
I know.
He wanted Butch to take a dive in the fight.
But it's all
We're talking Pulp Fiction for people who don't know.
It's all related with ego and pride and stuff,
What's wrong with? Listen,
I just say I can see the other side.
Sometimes pride is good. Like, you're a prideful player. It's what makes you great.
Right.
Is that you have pride.
I understand. Yeah.
Like,
I'm with you. I'm team Cuz and Wheeler.
Because look, you think about the lesson of Pulp Fiction. If Butch has pride, like he did and knocked the guy out, right? He did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he needed to go get Zed, and Zed's dead. But
dead, baby.
All that stuff needed to happen. But ultimately, you choose the right thing.
Yes, and I believe
he wasn't kicking it in the Caribbean.
I believe Wheeler's done the right thing for the benefit of the city because he's going to be on a mission now. So let's go.
Oh, well, I think it's great.
I'm great.
Like, listen, I want Wheeler to stick it in Mike's Geeky, man. Like,
I wish he could just,
here you go.
I wish he could just drill. And I wish he could get the list of people who voted Logan Webb in and just drill them when they come up the back.
And that's my point. Like, what are you kidding me?
Right.
Logan Webb? And here you got a guy that wanted to pitch. I know this rule
Yeah.
And
the rule stinks.
the rule's terrible. And Vinny said he should blame his union.
Well, he's got a point.
He does.
Yeah.
Vinny's right, but like it's a part of a huge organism, the union. Like,
Right.
like the guy's just like, what do you want me to do? Like, I should be there.
I believe you can get an exception or some kind of
Yes.
exemption or something.
Right. Like Ballaghan.
Yeah.
To have Trump
Well,
all over.
Yeah,
all
we
over.
don't-
I mean, the guy should have been at the All-Star game, drinking it all in,
Yes.
and starting it. That's it.
Mhm.
That's where I come to the end result. So I'm looking forward to talking to Mikey. It is a good line. It's a very good opening by him, but we'll disagree on the whole thing.
There's just so little baseball last night. I just felt like, oh my God, everything is this and that. Just play the game, man.
Well, the problem is
I didn't even
that
see Duran come into the game. I fell asleep in the 9th inning. Fell asleep.
did you?
Yeah, too much.
I mean, listen, the game was boring. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the problem, right? If you just focus on the baseball is boring. So they had to
Just
dress
get me in and out. 2 hours boring baseball. We're done.
but they dress it up.
Oh my God.
And look, MLB, this is an interesting debate that you and I can have, right? Because I see the other side of it. MLB's trying to be the NBA,
Yes.
right? Let's make it, entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We got everybody mic'd up. There's Schwarber looking for his earpiece.
And I'm a fan of the mic'd up. I do say I like the mic'd up.
But they're
They're not.
you have everything. The Sandlot.
Yeah.
People love the Sandlot. You hated it.
Listen. So the video with J.K. Simmons narrating, great. I don't need these kids riding their bikes on the field and stuff and all that. Come on.
But it's theatrical.
That J.K. Simmons about it being a national pastime, that video without the kids' bikes should have been the intro to the game because it was a great video, well written, well narrated.
Yeah.
Get me psyched up right into the game. I don't need these kids riding bikes on the field and stuff. Come on.
I didn't mind the
It
bikes.
felt like a Spielberg moment to me.
I mean, I love that movie. It's great
movie.
to pay homage to the movie.
The fireworks show in the middle of the All-Star game.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I did. I liked it. I was like,
So out on
in
it.
fact, when you were like, what's this about? I'm like, what are you talking about?
I thought you were busting my stones. I was like, what are you talking about? We got these kids riding around on the field right now.
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Could have done without the kids.
I think
The video,
the
yes.
whole Sandlot thing.
And there was also like
I'm a sucker for that sort of thing, though. I have to tell you, one of the things I am is a sucker. I'm a sucker for schlock.
all right.
And if you want to call it schlock, go ahead. I
We got the
embrace.
kids looking through the board like
like defense.
yeah, come on.
What do you mean?
I was like, is there some kind of tie-in? I know there's a new series coming out, the Dugout Dads, which are some of the old Sandlot Kids reunion. I was like, is there some kind of tie-in here? Is this paid? Am I getting a paid promo to get us all psyched up about the Sandlot for this new Dugout Dad show?
What's the show on?
I think it's Disney, so it's not a fun show. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's it about? It's
the dads. A couple of the kids or cast members are reunited, and now they're baseball coaches.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I love
And
that.
they do the stand up for cancer, which is fine. But someone, Boyz II Men sings, and I forget the guy's name on the right. He's acting like he's at a concert, and he's like having a great time when everyone's standing up with names of people who died. It's solemn. It's like, dude, read the room. What are we doing here?
Read the yard.
Yeah, man.
Read the ballpark.
I get that you want to put a show on, but this is a somber
No,
moment
it's
we're
not
having here.
supposed to be
right.
So no, you're right about that. There's got to be more. Come on, bro.
Might as well be giving the raise the roof.
Yeah. No. It's listen, it's solemn.
Yeah, yes.
It is. I love that they do that. I think MLB is great at I think it's great at all the stuff around the game.
Yeah, just don't try to be what you're not. You're not a highlight sport. You know what I mean?
But you are. I disagree.
Nah, they're not. They don't work. Their highlights don't work. It's very.
Ask Massimo. That's how he watches baseball.
I get how he watches it, but you see a posterized dunk as a highlight. I mean, you see a home run. That's not really. It doesn't work as well for me as a highlight. I don't know. I want to see a slam dunk or
What?
You're just going to see a ball travel.
I disagree.
That's the highlight.
I disagree. A triple is not a highlight.
Yeah, depends on
a great catch is not a highlight.
Yeah.
A play at the plate
happens.
is not a highlight.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work for
Some
me the
a
same
90,
way.
105 mile an hour pitch that goes yard is not a highlight.
Nah, it's not that exciting to watch. I don't get people sharing that much to me. I get basketball shares. Be like, check this out, check this out. Baseball shares? You're the pastime. You're slow. It's 9 innings. It's just relax. Just
I disagree. I'm completely on the other side of that. Like I'm not. I think all that stuff's good. I think the pitch clock. You like the pitch clock? That's fast speeds it up.
Yeah, I do like the pitch clock.
Right? Like I like the pitch clock. I'm okay without it. I wish they would do without it in the playoffs because I like when the moments breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So, but whatever. I mean, it's worked. And the highlight thing, I know every kid on my baseball team, as a dugout dad, is that's how they watch the game. They don't sit there and watch 9 innings. Even my brain.
They should be forced to.
My brain, which is overstimulated,
Mm-hmm.
I have I need to be doing other things.
Well, you could sit in your couch and play Minesweeper or Minecraft while the game's on. That's fine. Sit and watch the game.
But they just, you can't play and watch the game. You have it on. You're not paying attention. You're playing the game. Like he's playing the show, and he's checking his phone every once in a while. And there's a highlight or whatever it is on his phone. That's how they do it.
I know. I just don't. It's too much for me last night.
Listen, I love that stuff, but I hear you. I love the game. I love the beauty, the pacing of the game, all that stuff you say. I get it, but it needs to pick me up. I just think they did a great pick me up. Where do you think everybody's at?
Oh, I think I'm on the outside. I don't think people agree with me.
No?
Yeah, I understand that.
Eddie Wright. Would love if they got rid of the ghost runner in the 10th inning because the pitch clock has sped the game up enough. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't like the ghost runner.
Ghost runner.
I agree. I don't like a ghost runner.
No.
Like, play the game.
Because then you just...
And every once in a while...
just bunt the first batter, and then they try and get a sacrifice fly to get the run.
And you know what's nuts is we remember the game against the Padres that ended at 4:40 in the morning.
Of course.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Every once in a while...
23 innings.
Listen, it is what it is. Like just go with it. Let the game be decided correctly.
I am...
It's why I don't like shootouts.
Oh, shootouts and penalty kicks. Jesus.
I don't like them. Even in hockey, if you play 3-on-3 long enough, somebody's going to score. You're not going to go to a second overtime period.
Yeah.
3-on-3. It's just not, somebody's going to score.
Just the values. It's gimmicky. Just play the game.
Right.
Like, what do we do now? And it's real. I mean, what are we doing at this point? They used to play the game fine. They didn't have the nutrition and strength training we have now. All right. If the game goes late and you got a game the next day, just
so be it.
That's part of it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't, it's in a hurry. It's like, we got to get you. It's why I hate the concept of, look, it's great, 2.5 hours. Boom, it's in a TV window. Like it's a show.
Your boy Jay, bro, loves it. He's like 2.5 hours. I'm in, I'm out.
I know. I hate that.
I like long sports. I don't like long movies. I like my sports long.
Well, that's why you should love college football. It's college football.
Oh, I'm going to start to love it. I'll be all into this fantasy. I'm going to give you like 3 college fantasy leagues.
So college football, God bless you, Jules Rules. College football has something that's really interesting in that all the rules about the clock, the NFL changed to keep the clock going, which I freaking hate.
That.
It stops college football. So the games are always 3.5 hours, 3:45, like the big games.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I never understood, especially with football. Why do you want the game over? People are watching. They're not going to leave.
Yeah, your ratings aren't down.
You already got them betting on every play, so they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, unless they're worried about the one game running into the 4:00 game. You know what I mean? Things like that.
They moved the
TV people control everything.
But they moved it to 4:25, so it's all good. Like, and it even bleeds into it, so be it.
Sammy said we should love cricket 5 days. Cricket.
Wow, cricket.
You imagine a 5-day Eagles game?
Oh my
Like
god!
continue for 5 days.
Could you imagine the drinking that would happen over 5 days? Jules, is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh, okay, good.
There's also some condensation, so I'm just worried.
Dude,
it's
they're
gonna
saying at
start
like
to fall
4
on
o'clock
me.
it's going to feel like 112.
Do we have air on or no?
Yeah. And I turned it down too. I just don't think it's working.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
told
They
him, I don't know if there's
just
much we
out
can
there.
do while we're live, though.
Heat.
Yeah.
What?
So Todd was like, I was looking at the thermostat. He's like, yeah, it doesn't work. I let the building know. I was like, yeah, but it's on the heat mode.
Oh my God. When are we going to be at home?
The cool mode
next
didn't
couple
help.
days?
Didn't help much, but 112 today. That's what the feel's going to
That's
be
the
like.
real feel?
The real feel, they say. Sue
Nobody
Serio
loves my
said that
dog.
this morning. Real feel.
Love Sue.
Yeah.
Well, yo, we got a heat wave, right? For next
Yeah, heat wave's
4
coming.
days.
Storm's back on Saturday, I think. Yeah.
And that'll cool it down. Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is, buddy. You got to deal with it. All right.
Did you go out for the soccer game?
Did I go out for the soccer game? No. No, I did not go out for the soccer game. I did watch it. I was
Yeah.
doing stuff, but I did watch it.
Yeah, I went out.
Viva la Spain!
Dude, can we talk about there has to be. You can't get a penalty kick if you don't have possession of the ball.
He would have if the guy didn't
No, he
clip him.
wouldn't have. He went
guy clipped
diving, it hit him on the arm, and when the penalty hit, the ball was behind him. It's
Dude,
like me getting a penalty shot because the ball hits me in the butt. I'm not going to score with that.
the guy kicked him in the ass.
Yeah, but it's almost like a.
You can't kick
it's
the guy.
unintentional. It's
It's like,
like
unintentional.
it's like the face
It's like
mask.
pass
You
interference.
grab the face mask, but you let go right away. They don't throw the
You're
flag.
crying because you bet France.
Yeah, of course.
No. It's like pass
The ball was
interference.
behind him, and he
Dude,
gets
it's
a penalty
pass
kick.
interference in the box.
Yeah, but if it's uncatchable, they don't call it pass interference.
You
That
don't
ball
know
was
what it is.
unplayable.
You don't know because the guy hit him.
No, he hit the ball with his arm, which should have been an arm
He
ball or a
kicked it.
handball, whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
but the defender kicked, French guy kicked him.
When he kicks him, the ball's behind him.
He kicked him. You can't kick the guy in the box, dude. Like, what else you want? Can't kick the guy. It's not
Weak.
weak. It's
It's weak.
just because you're all Frenched up.
If he had possession of the
Your
ball,
boy
I
Mbappe.
get it. I get it. He stunk.
Joke.
France stinks.
Joke
Bleep
Mbappe.
the French.
That's your people, man. You're French descent.
Bleep them.
You're
Nah, man. I'm a paisan.
You're not a
100%
paisan,
through.
No.
Bleep the French.
No, we don't want you.
French are
you,
weak,
You
soft.
are a Frenchman.
Soft.
You're a Frenchman, Jules. Jules, he's a Frenchman. All right? That's what he's about. He's a crepe, is what he is. He's
I
Mr.
do love a
Crepe.
good crepe.
Crepes are good, though. Yeah.
And you can go dessert.
Or savory.
Yeah.
You like
Love,
the crepe? You
love
like the crepe?
a savory, like ham and cheese crepe.
Oh, the ham and cheese crepe was a good one.
So I'm like
Yeah,
on
you're
the
out.
Of
crepe.
course.
Crepe.
Well, crepes are like egg based, right?
No, not even that. Yeah, they are.
They're both, yeah.
It's not even because of that.
Yeah.
Because you don't taste the egg. It's like, it's all right. Like, I get it for the sweet. I don't get it. Like, if you're going to go savory, you got to do a roll, like a nice crusty Italian bread. That's what you got to do.
I agree. I
Right?
agree.
Who
But
doesn't like that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to crepe with that. You're going to put what, a crepe? A crepe steak?
no.
You're going to get a cheesesteak crepe? No.
Probably work pretty well.
It's a half a pancake is
It's
what
like
it
a
is.
quesadilla almost.
Like the thinness of it.
That
It's
doesn't
light.
work.
Yeah.
It's still got the flavor.
It's a
Like it's gluten free.
What's it? Coq au vin?
it's good for the monogot.
Chicken.
Yeah.
It's good for the
Then
monocotti.
you get the ones with fudge, chocolate in them.
Yeah, but Anthony loves the crepe. He's a crepesman. Loves it.
Yeah.
He loved it. When we were in France a while back, that's all he did was eat the crepe.
Crepe solid.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out on the crepe. Like, it's all right, but it's kind of like you.
Okay. I'm good. It's world respected, the crepe, so yeah. Fine.
A little bit later on, we got Franny. Did you see the list? The next list, the next positional list, wide receiver from Jeremy Fowler,
Okay.
and he ranked the wide receivers. Did you see it?
I didn't look yet.
All right.
I've seen.
Well, I'll ask
We
you.
didn't even go over. He went over edges. He's got a few out there.
Yeah. So wide receivers, where do you think Devontae Smith ranks among receivers?
ninth.
Lower.
4th.
No.
Oh.
Lower the other way.
Whoa. He's not in top 10?
No.
Oh, boy. Is A.J. Brown in the top 10?
Yes. He's
oh, man.
AJ's ninth.
Oh, Fowler just poking it. These execs stink. These must be like ticket guys in the ticket window.
So AJ's ninth.
Wow.
We're keep going. So we think we got him.
Devontae?
Yeah.
Is he not even named in the top?
No, he's named
14th.
Lower.
20th.
Lower.
Shut up. Oh man, they might be 6 and 11 this year.
22nd.
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 Oh man.
He's ranked 22nd.
Are we delusional? Because we all got him catching like 110 balls this year.
These dudes aren't watching. They don't.
They're scouts and coaches in front of
Yeah,
people.
but they're not. You're not locked in on Devontae. They're not locked in. They're not looking at it through the scope that we are. We know we autopsy the Eagles. We know every intricacy. It's why the local guy always knows more than the national guy, because all you do is watch your team.
We didn't go over the cornerbacks list. We should do that because I wanted to do that with you last week.
Yeah.
You'll be happy with that list.
I know. I love that list. I saw it.
No, did you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I want to go through. I go through all the positions. I love it. It's great. And then, oh my God, Chris Sims came out with a list.
Oh, that guy.
List. You want to talk about weak?
Yeah.
That dude.
Yes.
Where do you see that guy's list? It's called QBs in their prime in history.
In history?
Yeah.
He's ranking the QBs in their prime in history?
Yes. Where do you think he has Tom Brady?
Being Sims, I'll say 9th.
Yes. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest list.
Steve Bartkowski, number 2.
It's the dumbest list ever. It's just stupid. It's flat out stupid. I mean, like, everybody knows you're just trolling. Like, why? Like,
right.
You lose credibility. Like, to me, it was always about credibility. Like, you say whatever you want, but I'm always going to be fair. And I could be wrong, but I'm going to look at it honestly. What are you, nuts? Like, I never understood. You're diving for clicks. Like, come on.
All the time. I mean, what else has he got? He's not got anything. He brings nothing else.
But if you're Phil Sims' son,
that's the
and
whole
you
thing.
grew up, you play college ball, you play the NFL, you got to have some chops.
Especially you got it because the whole nepotism thing comes into play. You're like, this guy would be
right. Come on, bro.
I don't know what he'd be. He would not be involved in sports if his dad wasn't Phil Sims.
Yeah, I don't know what he's looking at. Never. All right, lots to get to coming up. We check in on the latest with LeBron with Devon.
All right.
So looking forward to that. Mikey's coming up. Silski. And then we got Franny Films is back. I love some Franny Films.
Omaha.
Well, yesterday was a blast between Baldy and A-Rod.
Yeah, it was a great day yesterday.
That was fun. That was good times. All right, let's talk about our friends, shall we? The Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Yes, here it is. It's out there, and today we got the second semifinal. England, Argentina. Where do we stand?
Who are we looking for? We're going to England. England minus 125, over 2.5 goals. Because we had Jared on yesterday. He said this game might be 4-3. So over 2.5 goals. I'm going to England to go. And you always got to bet Messi to score a goal at plus 120.
That's a good. So you're going to parlay all those?
You know, I'm probably going to throw a little Harry Kane goal in as well. Might as well go big. We only got 2 games to go, so you might as well try and win a chunk of cash. Right. England advance over 2.5 goals. Messi and Kane to score.
All right, there you go. There you got it. That's it. You got to check it out. New customers get 500 spins on the soccer game. Go, collect them. Plus, $500 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. BetParks.com has all the details. Got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. 21. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk about Xfinity and the 5-year price guarantee. What if I told you you can have reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi? You keep it the same price for 5 years. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. that finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. That's it. The best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot changes in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, your kids grow bigger than you. But your Wi-Fi should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities at Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Now, Devon. All right. We'll get Devon coming up. Talk a little LeBron. And what's next? And a little Philon. LeBaron and LeBron.
My man, Janai Broom.
While we wait, I should also say today on Spirit Week is the Die Hard Day. So if you get into the Discord and put some questions in, Jamie can pull some and we can answer some questions.
Oh, we're in the Discord, baby.
Yeah.
Discord. All right.
Die
I
Hard
see
Day.
I love
Die
it.
Hard
Discord,
Day.
Ben. Ben's coming up with British Open picks today.
Can't wait.
The Discord, guys, anything you want to know? Discord day. We'll answer it on the show. Right?
Die
Yeah.
Hard
Have
Discord.
some fun with it. All right. We got him?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, we're still waiting. I keep waiting for,
Today's going to be the news, right? LeBron news today.
I don't know, man. At some
What's
point,
going on today? The ESPYs? Are they tonight? Are the ESPYs tonight?
you want something I'm out on? Sports award shows.
Yeah.
They already have sports awards. It's called MVP and Cy Young and, the Vezina Trophy, right? Like, that's your awards. Why do you got to have a black tie event to just talk about how great you are?
You don't want to see best breakthrough athlete.
No, I never watch the ESPYs. I'm aggressively against the
tonight's where you got to play. I'm going to try and do date night tonight. Go to a movie. Like,
all right, that's good.
Appease the pagan. Go to a movie tonight, maybe.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Your soccer's done.
It's depressing, man. The celebrations in town are kind of winded down. 250 celebrations. We got no more events coming, do we?
UFC.
All right.
UFC Philadelphia is a big one.
Yeah. That's it. Winding down.
It's all right. I mean, relax. Got Philly starting up Friday.
Yeah.
Here's the thing all I care about.
I know.
Yeah.
Training camp.
Couple weeks, baby. Couple weeks. My man was at the saloon last night. Howie.
Oh, yeah.
Howie was at the saloon hanging out.
Private room.
Having a big, these are the people. Having a big, probably a big veal chop.
You know, watching the game?
Chicken
Yeah,
parm.
watching the All-Star game?
He might have went after.
Hmm.
He was there early. He might have went after. He probably went after.
If you're talking to Baldy, man, I'm wishing we had, like, a camp to go to. Like Lehigh or something.
Dude, I wish
That'd be a
they
great
would.
road trip.
Listen, I'm hoping the next coach, whenever that is, says, let's go.
But is that a coach or is it Jeffrey?
It's probably Howie and Jeffrey.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I miss that. I love Lehigh. Although I will say this. I mean, they made bank off that because of, like, if you want to talk about a whole revenue stream, you could sponsor that in a big way. I don't think Nick liked going away because it's right here. Like, you got everything here, the whole thing. I get it. Your training staff's here. You got great training staff.
Better equipment here.
Right. Believe me, I get it. But they should go away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, just like 12 days, 2 weeks.
That's what Andy does. That's what Harbaugh does.
Yeah.
He should do that.
I agree.
I think you bond. Think
Do you
about
remember the traffic jams in Lehigh.
I
couldn't
was
get
in
out
them,
there.
man.
Right,
I
you
missed the
couldn't get out
show.
to see it.
Well, I was like 2 hours late for a show,
Right.
Because I was stuck in a traffic jam. Me and Steve Martirano
Yeah,
stuck.
One road in, one road out.
Yeah, but it was great though.
Yeah,
Dude, it was
it was
football.
awesome.
People loved it. You know, if you redid that, if you did 12 days of Eagles training camp.
Yeah.
Now the difference today is there's no afternoon sessions. It's one
True.
session.
Right.
But if you did that, you would get a ton of people.
Dude, yeah, it would be insane.
You would be locked in.
It was like affordable. People could go out and do it. You just
Right.
charge people $10 to get in.
People would do their summer vacations.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Mm-hmm.
All right, joining us, the great Devon Givens.
Devon Givens.
NBA.
Devon Givens.
NBA.
Devon Givens.
Good morning, Devon. I see a hat.
Lapstone.
D.
Oh,
The hat.
See, is it frozen or is it we good?
No, we don't see.
Yeah.
You probably got to get in, get out, get out and get back in.
I have a little technical issue. I guess it's still
Yeah. You want to try? Why don't you try reconnecting?
acting up. So
heat computers don't even want to work. The heat's coming.
You get like interesting how your mind goes to the heat over the computer.
Heat wave, man. It's gonna be 112 today. I feel like
It's not going to be 112. It's not even going to be
it's gonna
100.
feel like
It's
112.
not even the hottest day of the year.
No, not yet.
No, we had days.
I'll tell you why it irritates me.
Why are you so?
Because my bill of cooling is astronomical this month.
Because you live in a row house. You know, I gotta cool that whole house.
Yeah, but my whole house is electric. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so is mine.
My bill's like $500. It's like,
Yeah, cuz welcome to the world. And
that's too much for me.
yeah, it sucks. But it's a couple days. It's 98 today. All right, it's gonna be hot. Tomorrow 95. Friday's gonna be 90, and then Saturday's gonna be 80.
Oh,
What
man.
do you want? Relax.
Mr. Reginald's in the chat telling me Mercury's in retrograde. Come on, man. What are you trying to stress me out?
What's that about?
Oh, that is right. Nice looking out, Reginald. Computer tech issues always when Mercury's in retrograde.
What does that mean?
I don't
Explain.
know. The way Mercury spins some way for 4 times a year for like 4 weeks and it screws up. They say like plane travel, anything that's communication based is sketchy.
And what happens? Mercury is
It's in retrograde, bro.
okay. I don't know. It's above my pay grade.
Started June 29th and continues to July 23rd.
That's you're a planets. You're a man of the planets.
Mercury rules over logic, the mind, communication, and
What does
transportation.
that mean? It rules over logic.
When it's in retrograde, it's considered an optical illusion where the planet appears to move backward in the sky.
Okay.
And this creates an energy that can trigger the following: tech glitches, travel delays, communication mix-ups.
Wow.
All right, we got him back.
What does it do to logic?
It just blows it up. There is no logic.
There's no logic. It's like you.
Yeah.
So kind of you.
That's where I thrive.
Yes. Let's try Devon one more time. There he is.
how's that? Is that better?
What's up, LeBaron?
What's going on?
Because I'm in love with that
Yeah.
kid. Can I just tell you?
Nah, he's good.
Listen, I overlove early. I love that. That kid could play, man. I love that kid. He's a ball. That kid could play.
Hey man, you just go back to what Mike Gansey said in his introductory press conference where he started talking about just guys who can hoop, who can get baskets, you just get a bucket, and that kid can get a bucket anytime he wants. I mean, after game one, and he had a really good game in game one, but there was a few things I thought that I wanted to see differently, and it was his first NBA action where he got into the paint a few times, right inside the free throw line, inside the circle. And I thought he could have turned around and shot a fadeaway once he got in there. When he turned and spun, he created the space that he needed to get the shot off, and he passed out of it. Not that I don't want him passing because he's a point guard. You want him to pass, but I thought there was some opportunities to shoot right there, right again, like 13 feet away from the basket. I thought he had an opportunity to shoot. He didn't do it. Game two though, against I think it was Chicago. They were playing. And no, Indiana, and he did that against Braden Smith and the backup point guard. And since then, game three, we saw again yesterday where he would get into that, just handling the ball, creating space, and shooting tough contested threes. Where and the thing too is every shot, as far as the jump shot goes, it always looks the same. The form doesn't change. Any of that stuff, it looks really good out there. So yeah, man, he's fun. He's fun to watch. We probably saw the last of him for the summer league at least after these 3 games because he's been that good.
He really is, man. Man, he's so quick. Like imagine, the like all of a sudden overnight you got athletic, right? Because by flipping George and drafting Philon, you all of a sudden got crazy athletic, man. You got speed, you got durable. You already had backseat edge come. Like it's all right. Like they're going to be fun.
Yeah, and you add Simons to that coming off the bench with his
Yes.
athleticism,
Yeah.
even at
Another
his
one.
size. But the shooting, that comes with him, the scoring overall, that scoring punch, so he's gonna bite off the bench, spot starter occasionally if they need him to. They just to your point, yeah, they've gotten athletic, they've gotten faster with the team that they have now, and they can now play different paces. We saw where they had trouble the year that Indiana went to the NBA Finals. They had trouble with the Pacers that year because of the pace. They couldn't keep up with. And then, sure, a lot of that had to do with Joel Embiid too. But they didn't have enough people that can get up and down the floor with Tyrese Maxey to keep up with the style of pace. Now you don't want to conform to what the opposition is doing, but if you could, you do it. And we saw last season where there were times where Nick Nurse wanted to play ball out of the rim on defense after a make, ball out of the rim, push the pace, get up and down the floor. And they did it sometimes effectively, other times they did not. Now they can, and they could be the ones that is putting the points, piling up the points on the opposing team now, where they are going to have to keep up with the Sixers.
Yeah, man. That's it. Like the pace and the scoring ability. And by the way, it's an aesthetically fun way to play ball too. Like it's to watch it is going to be fun to watch. It's fun to play it. Like up and down, and the scoring ability. It's going to be a fun. I can't wait, dude. It's amazing. I can't believe I am stunned. And it's why I love sports, because you never know what can happen. And I was resigned that they were going to be a 7, 8, 9th, 10th seed for the next 3 years. And all of a sudden, I'm not even thinking about just the fact that you're going to try to win a title. It's more about the relevancy. The fact that they're going to be relevant is what excites me.
And it flipped so fast because, as you said, we were doing the free agency frenzy show with the night that free agency opened on June 30th. We're doing our 5 to 7, getting ready. Things are different now because of the lack of tampering that you're allowed to do, because of the league cracking down on who's allowed to talk to who, and there's not many names, dropping at that moment. We don't get a signing here in Philadelphia until the next day, and that's Dean Wade. And we were good. We're like, okay, that's good. Now what happens next with Quentin Grimes and with Kelly Oubre? What's going to happen after that show when they sign in Indiana and LA? We're like, okay, what's next for the Sixers? Ariel Hukporty, he inks up. But what's next? To your point, we're all right. Can they compete for a 6 seed? Can they get in the top 6 after being that 7, 8? And all of a sudden, things flipped on his head when that news dropped of Jaylen Brown being traded and Paul George being traded for Jaylen Brown. And now everything flips to a whole new conversation, including I know one we'll get into shortly, because of that one acquisition makes you relevant again in that way, of what you can be in the Eastern Conference, what you could potentially be in the NBA overall, because you get a 29-year-old, a 5-time All-Star, top 6 in the league last year in terms of NBA MVP voting, and being a second-team All-NBA player, putting a Boston Celtics team who has talent and is very well coached on the back the way that he did, getting them to 50-plus wins. And now you drop him into an ecosystem of Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, with the additions of the other players that we already mentioned this offseason. And yes, now it's fun. Now you're the talk of Summer League in Las Vegas, because we had Mark Stein on Monday on our mystery guest day, and Mark is saying people still cannot believe that happened. And this was a week and a half ago now, and people still cannot believe that this trade went down and where he landed, because no one was talking about Philadelphia. You talk about mystery guests. This was a mystery team because there was no discussion of the Sixers and Jaylen Brown in any way. And now you have something that puts you in the center of the NBA map of discussion when it comes to end of September, media day, start of training camp. There are top 5 stories. They are a part of that top 5.
You would have thought I was insane if 2 weeks ago I'd be like, oh, yeah, they're going to be in discussions in the conversation with LeBron. Like, insane. I said, no way. Here we are. It's just
would have dismissed it.
It's a head trip right now because we had a discussion like, are they one of the top, the bottom 4 or 5 teams in the NBA? And within 2 days, Gansey changes everything.
It's wild. It is wild. So here you go. Let's talk about them. Right now on PHLY Live, LeBron's next team, Cleveland, 39%. Golden State, 29%. Miami, 15%. And Philadelphia, 14%. I will tell you that in 30 seconds since I called up the app, it went from 13% to 14%.
I mean, look, Cleveland should be number 1 because of the story. Everyone knows the story, so that should be number 1. I actually thought Golden State, when this whole thing got underway in free agency, once he declared that he was going to opt out and he's not going to return to Los Angeles, I thought Golden State for sure, especially after Draymond Green had opted out of his $20+ million contract to become a free agent. That was just to clear up some space for LeBron James to come in there and maximize as much money that they can give him with that vet minimum and whatever else they can do, clear some space there. So that was always the spot for me. Cleveland, yes, but Golden State more so because of the Steph Curry part of it, Draymond Green, and the fact that they mentioned he wants to just have fun playing basketball, and that was it. And as you said, VJ, I would have dismissed what you throwing out the Sixers. I would have dismissed it and done that very easily and very confidently that, all right, man, whatever. We're just talking basketball, sure, but he's not coming here. But 13% now here on July 15th, and he still hasn't made a decision. The whiteboard that Rich Paul has and Tyrese Maxey has a star next to him. Maybe that's because he's a clutch client, but also maybe because he's the real difference in a decision of maybe coming to Philadelphia. Yeah, 13, 14%. I feel comfortable with that. I feel okay with that right now because they're at least in the conversation. He's giving them a real thought of Philadelphia may be the one. And I'll say it.
And they all reached out, right? Jaylen Brown reached out.
Everyone has reached out.
Tyrese reached out. Joe has reached out.
Yeah, and of course Tyrese Maxey has easily clutch client. They're really close. We know that. And I was saying too on the show that the thing that also made a difference was after the Bronny, Jaylen Brown issue where he was caught saying Bronny couldn't play in the league and all that stuff, and LeBron was ticked off about that at Summer League, that they were able to get past that, and Jaylen Brown reaching out, Jaylen Brown going on the I Show Speed stream, and both of them pitching LeBron to come to Philadelphia, and so why not? I mean, I know, and you talked to A-Rod yesterday about Minnesota, also, and okay, that's a pretty good destination too. You just have to deal with the LaMelo side of it, both on and off the floor. But basketball-wise, of what would be fun, storytelling also here would be fantastic if he decided to choose Philadelphia.
Do you know, Devon, is Maxey kind of the for Clutch Sports? Is he one of the higher priorities on their roster as far as upside and youth?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I would say outside of LeBron James, Maxey is probably their most important. There are other guys with big names too, but he's probably most important. 25 years old,
right?
All-Star, multi-time All-Star now, and All-NBA player, max contract. Rich Paul was at that museum that the Sixers put together for him, the Max Museum, when they finally gave him that extension after him doing them a solid and waiting a year. Because of how they wanted to approach free agency and attacking that summer where they eventually landed Paul George. So, yes, he is he is very much at the top of the list clientele of what clutch sports, clutch basketball, whatever,
Right.
because of Tyrese Maxey.
So
Yep.
I would think Rich Paul be leaning, whispering in the ear, like, yo, Maxey, because it would be great if Maxey got a ring. He's going for the super max and building his resume and stuff. I don't know. I think Rich
With the
Paul,
super maxi.
yeah, Rich Paul might be whispering, hey, it makes sense in Philly.
Yeah, and we know the story of them working out in the summer together. He and Maxey, after LeBron had a pretty good game in his last game here in Philadelphia against the Sixers last year. He praised Maxey again, big praise for Tyrese Maxey as he has had. We know he played with Joel Embiid in the Olympics and how much they leaned on him during the gold medal run, even when he was injured. So there's so many things there, and just the talent of Jaylen Brown in general and what they have compiled now, putting this team together of how it all fit. Every team is going to slot LeBron James right in at whatever position they want him to. He slots right into the four with all these guys. He doesn't have to heavy lift at all. He can just come in, fit right in, and do what he needs to do, still be LeBron James and get wins. And Tyrese Maxey is a huge part of that because Tyrese Maxey has now shown what he can do playing off ball, playing on ball, defensively when he locks in. He at least with the passing lanes, getting those steals, etc., of how he does deflections and just being available, playing those 40 minutes. Now, we don't want him playing 40 minutes. That's part of the reason, again, why you get
Yeah.
Philon and even why you bring in Brown and LeBron James. But Tyrese Maxey is a huge part of that. And continuing to hear Rich Paul keep saying that about him, I think, we all have our opinions. And I think it's Cleveland. I think he wants to go back to Cleveland because of the story.
The
I
only
also
thing,
think there's something in there.
let's dive into that for 1 second. This is What's the Buzz,
Yeah.
brought to us by Evans Pest Control. Evans Pest Control. That's right. We love our Evans. We hate the buzz of the fly.
Hey, it's not the Hornets, so there's that. There's
Right.
no buzz there with LeBron.
I don't see Bron and Harden playing together. Like,
That's my thing.
I don't see, like, I was talking about this on my national show. I could see a three-way trade where Kyrie goes to Cleveland and Harden goes somewhere else, and then picks go back to Dallas. Like something on those lines. I mean, I know the money and all that stuff's got to figure that stuff out, but I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, that was always the thing for me against Cleveland was the Harden piece of it, where his style of play, he needs the ball in his hands a lot
Right.
more. It worked a little bit here in Philadelphia because of Embiid and Maxey and how they play, but it just looks like it's not as much of a natural fit with James Harden uh, and LeBron James because of how they play. And Tyrese Maxey is an easier fit because of the catch and shoot immediately and all of that stuff, the getting downhill the way that he does with his speed, the movement off ball for him, where James Harden doesn't do those things as much anymore because of his age, because of where he is. So that's why I always looked at it as, yeah, story wise, he wants to go to Cleveland, but the fit may not work out with James Harden in particular. Everybody else, I can see him playing with Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen. I can see that. It was the Harden side of things. It was the Harden piece. So to your point of maybe going back and get Kyrie Irving, that makes sense if that was the go. I just don't see Harden as a Masai Ujiri player
No.
on the other end
No.
to go in and help Cooper Flag in year number 2. Ball handler.
Well, that's why I
yes,
said there's got to be a three-team deal.
and maybe he goes elsewhere. Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
that's
I
the
don't
only
know.
way it works is if there's a three-team deal, because he's not coming back. Like if I'm Dallas, I don't want him. So
No,
he's
no.
got to go somewhere. I don't know. I mean, he's got
I
to
don't
go.
know where that other place would be either, because leaving LA, he goes to Cleveland. That was probably something that was already cooking up a little bit anyway. But um, if other teams knew that James Harden was available, who's making that? Who's
Well,
making that case?
who
Who's
needs a
making that
lead
run?
guard that's a contender?
Oh man,
Like
it's not
that.
New York. It's not Boston. Because it doesn't fit in Boston either. So they're probably going to give Pritchard a little bit of run
What about
there.
Toronto?
they're about defense and length
I know, but
and speed and getting up the floor. And yeah, he can get the basketball up the floor fast, but he's a liability on defense, which
of
is a
course he is.
hallmark of
Well, that's why
what they
Miami,
do.
even though they could use a better lead guard, I don't see it with Spoelstra.
No, no, especially with Giannis there with the ball in his hands. I don't know, man. I really don't. Really don't. And with the talk of him signing that 2-year extension that he spoke 2 or 3 year extension after him opting out, I don't know where else James Harden fits. There's not a lot of teams where you drop him
No.
in contending and it's gonna work. So
No,
I
that's
don't
why I look
know.
at it and I go, now the only thing that gives me pause about him coming here is, does he want to deal with the East Coast? Is he, I mean, he played in Miami, but that's not the Northeast. And,
Yeah,
that's not,
yeah. It's
Does he
warm
want to
East
deal with
Coast, right?
that? Like, I don't know. Like, is he happier on the West Coast? Like he goes to Golden State, he gets to play with his buddies, and he's a quick plane ride home to LA anytime you want.
Yeah, and again, like I said, that was my initial thought
Yeah.
after the Draymond Green part of it, where he opts out and becomes a free agent to clear that space. Close with him, wants to play with Steph. They've talked about that type of play after the Olympics and the All-Star. After they gotten older and they stopped battling for those championships, the respect level that we know is there. Those two guys playing with each other and leading Golden State. Jimmy Butler comes back, but that's another question. Jimmy Butler coming back from the ACL. When is Jimmy Butler coming back from the ACL? And what is it going to look like when he comes back from that ACL? So that's another wrinkle there with the Golden State Warriors. And for the Sixers, it was just more of again, it's just an easy basketball fit. Now,
Oh my God, he
I haven't
plops
seen
right down in the empty hole that is the 4 spot.
it's an easy basketball fit. There, of course, is the question of Joel Embiid and his health, but everybody else is available. And when Joel Embiid is out there and ready to go, he's Joel Embiid. So it just makes more sense, man, basketball wise, if it was Philadelphia. It,
I
it just really
agree.
does. Yeah,
Devon,
it just
I
really
don't know
does.
who Scoop B is. What's it? Brandon Robinson. He had said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
LeBron's got two concerns, and they both center around Embiid. First, his health, like you guys are talking about, but then also his fit. He doesn't know if he fits with LeBron. Do you give any credence to that? I think he would fit fine here.
Oh, it's fit fine. And if you're looking at the Sixers, of course you have to worry about Joel Embiid's health.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dismiss what Scoop said because
Yeah,
of
but you
course
got
you
a
do.
lot. You got a lot around them. That's the difference. Like, you
Yeah,
can still
that's why I
win
said you
when
still
he's
have
not on
those
the
three
floor.
guys around him.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
they may be better when he's not on the floor. To be honest with you.
Well, maybe. I mean, yeah,
So
I'm right here.
I would say that just because we know who Joel Embiid is and we haven't seen that
Right.
yet. So it might there are going to be two versions of how good they could be
Yeah.
if Joel Embiid is in and with the faster pace that they're playing
Yeah.
if he's not in there. So but again, just looking at where those other three players are, where you drop them in. Minnesota is fun. The idea of it is fun because of all right, you got a center. He's just going to
He
set
can't
screens
play
and
with
rebounds.
LaMelo though. I can't see that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
he does have to trust, and there's a lot of can I trust Lamelo Ball on any given night, especially when I'm making a run for a championship. So
Did you
I don't know about.
So I had Alex on yesterday. We had A-Rod on, and
Yep.
it was interesting the way because he runs in those circles. It was interesting the way he kind of answered the LeBron question. It was less
Yeah.
about hit Minnesota. It was like, oh, you guys got a shot. And then he changed subject pretty quickly.
Yeah, we played it on our show, yeah, and, because it was funny of how he's been around a long time and answered a lot of questions, and he knows not to really dive into. Yes, he can mention the name; it's not a problem. He can talk about it because he's a free agent, but he wanted to get away from that as fast as possible and throw. Yes, give Philadelphia credit, but also let me not say too much
Yeah.
about this while we all compete for signing him and compete for his services. So that was It was a good job. Of course, you had to ask him, and he did a good job of steering away from it.
Yeah, yeah. Last thing, what did you think of the All-Star game? What did you think of the last couple days? And where are you at with baseball?
Love the fact that our city was on display again for all the stuff that everybody, not everybody, a lot of people still like to throw at Philadelphia of what they don't do or how poorly they do things. And everyone was still finding their ways. I saw that there was some people still north of us still wanted to say some things about the booing of Jordan Walker, not understanding the fun of why they were
It was a
booing Jordan
fun
Walker.
boo. They were
Exactly.
stop. It's
It was
stupid.
fantastic.
Who
It was
had a
so.
problem with that?
It was up in New York.
Who?
In one, I don't remember the name,
Okay.
just the radio station. Yeah, it was
Right.
just the radio station, of course.
Yeah, well, they're just trying to.
Well,
They hate
yeah,
Philadelphia.
yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
know. So,
Bleep those
but so there are always going to be
motherfuckers.
those people that that find a way where we know it Philadelphia looked fantastic on the world stage of baseball, and how home run derby was fun. I didn't like the. I have 2 swings left or 1 swing left, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "Wait a minute, didn't you just have 1 swing left in the end?" But that part they have to
Well, you
tweak a
get to
little
keep
bit, but
going, man. You get to get hot.
the
You
en
get your leg, get the
the enter
magic. It's like the 3 points. It's like
it was fun.
yeah,
It was fun.
yeah,
Yeah, it was fun. The entertainment of it was fun, and, yeah, Kyle Schwarber lost, everybody wanted him to win, but Jordan Walker coming back and getting hot like that in the end, they'll get a walk-off win in the home run derby, it was fantastic.
yeah.
It was better than the All-Star Game, I thought, and the All-Star Game is just the All-Star Game, it's fun, it's good to see everybody out there, but the home run derby lived up to the hype, in my opinion, of
Yeah.
what Monday night was. The All-Star Village I went to with my nephew on Saturday, that was cool,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was really cool. Growing up loving the All-Star Game, it's a little bit different than when I grew up watching it, but it was just still a cool thing to see Philadelphia on the stage, and how we showed ourselves once again.
Yeah, it was awesome. My brother, love you, pal. Great stuff. What time today?
3 o'clock.
3
3 o'clock. We're together 3
All
o'clock, talk some more stuff.
PHLY sixes. Love
We're
it.
still on LeBron watch, everybody.
Love it. Love it.
Thank
Yes, we are. Good stuff, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
See
Appreciate
you
it.
guys. Thank you.
The great Devon Givens. Coming up, we got the esteemed columnist from the Inquirer, Mike Sealski. I wish Mike was working with us, and then we could do our columns like together, because we could have point counterpoint stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
It
That'd
could be a
good.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of fun. We will discuss his Wheeler column. We will discuss Philadelphia baseball, the last few days here, what it was like, look at the Phillies, and we'll get into everything else. Jeremy Fowler's list, where Jalen Hurts is. We touch on all the bases 4 for 4 with Mikey coming up next. But first, a word from our friends.
Is it me, or does summer always make you want to switch things up around the house? Maybe finally replace that old couch you've been talking about, or give the bedroom, give it a little refresh. Well, Ashley's Summer Savings Event is the perfect excuse to do it. Right now, you'll find stylish furniture starting at just $399, and for a limited time, you can pay no interest for 5 full years, 0 interest. So whether you're updating one room or the whole house, now's the time to make it happen. Upgrade your space, enjoy those summer vibes, and shop Ashley's Summer Savings Event in-store or at ashley.com. Here at PHLY, we are so lucky to be partners with Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and something big is happening Thursday, tomorrow. It's All Cities Day of Giving, supporting the amazing folks at Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And now here's why it matters. Big Brothers, Big Sisters is built around one idea, that every kid deserves someone in their corner. A trained, screened adult mentor who shows up consistently, listens, and helps a kid see what's possible for their life. That's the whole model, and it's changed outcomes for kids for over 100 years. Now, this program doesn't run on good intentions alone. It takes real support to make every match last. So this Thursday, tomorrow, join us here on the PHLY YouTube channel, and we'll have a special donation link so you can help us fund this incredible organization. That's this Thursday. That's tomorrow, with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and All City Network, because it takes little to be big. Tune in tomorrow, help us out on the Day of Giving. Is it me, or does summer always make you want to switch things up around the house? Maybe finally replace that old couch you've been talking about, or give the bedroom, give it a little refresh. Well, Ashley's Summer Savings Event is the perfect excuse to do it. Right now, you'll find stylish furniture starting at just $399, and for a limited time, you can pay no interest for 5 full years, 0 interest. So whether you're updating one room or the whole house, now's the time to make it happen. Upgrade your space, enjoy those summer vibes, and shop Ashley's Summer Savings Event in store or at ashley.com.
Here comes Mike Shelsky.
There he is, our man, the great Mike Sielski. Michael, how are you this morning?
Doing well, guys. Happy post All-Star game.
What'd you think?
I thought Philadelphia acquitted itself beautifully, as I think we all expected, and we're proud that it did. I thought the game stunk, and it's a shame, but it did. I mean, 2 hits. It looked like a bad night for the Phillies out there, where they can't put the ball in play from the National League. It's a shame. But everything about what the city did and what the Phillies did, and Murph had a really good column today about the fact that the ballpark really showed itself off.
Yeah, yes.
That the place, that it is a totally underrated, great ballpark in Major League Baseball, and I think people got a chance to see that.
Yeah, I love that column. It was a great piece. I completely agree with it. I with you. Listen, the game is the game. Like, especially today, when you have guys that can throw the way they throw, it's like a bullpen game, right? Like, you're not going to beat on a guy. So they just come in one at a time, and it's so hard to barrel them up. And then you got guys that are just trying to hit home runs, and that never works.
Yeah, and then you also have John Smoltz asking inane questions of the batters and the players throughout the game to distract them. I mean, at one point, I really rolled my eyes early in the game where he's talking to Justin Verlander and Mizorowski and another pitcher, and he's asking them, like, what is the most important aspect of pitching for you? Like, dude, that's a half-hour-long podcast.
Exactly.
That's not a 30-second response in the middle of an All-Star game.
I will say this. When Langoliers was behind the plate, I forget, it was on the mound. Maybe it was the beginning of the game, so it had to be Cease. And he was talking about what pitches they were going to throw. All right, let's go, up and out heater. Let's go, curveball. Like, I thought that was cool. Like, I actually enjoyed that because he's like, oh, man, he's making me work, man. Like, it was pretty good having those two mic'd up. That was the only insight, because I love the mind game between pitcher and hitter and where you're going. Like, and coaching on a very low level, it's fun. Like, I always like, hey, listen, he's been going first pitch fastball, sit on it. Like, all that stuff's fun. That's what makes baseball such a great game, a thinking man's game.
Yeah, but I agree with all of that. It's just going to be difficult for players to express that during the course of a game, right?
Yeah.
Like, you want to hear their internal monologue.
Yeah.
And that's a good example of it coming about as close as you could. The other cool moment was when the home run was hit late in the game and Pete Crow Armstrong was mic'd up and he goes, "Oh my God." Like, when the ball leaves the bat and just flies into the second deck.
I'm with it. It's completely intrusive and all, but for one game, I'm cool with it. You mentioned Pete Crow Armstrong. I loved him because he's talking about growing up a Bears fan, that when he was a kid, there was a family from England moved next to him, so he became a big soccer guy, and he was talking about root for England in the matchup today against Argentina. Like, it really humanized him really well, and he's got a good personality, so he played. So I'm with you. It's completely intrusive, but for one game, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, look, it's as close as baseball in some ways can come to what NFL Films does for the NFL.
Yes.
We all wait after an NFL season to hear the mic'd up coaches, right? Like, obviously it would have been amazing no matter what happens during the game when the Eagles beat the Patriots to win that first Super Bowl. But the fact that David Didinger captured the interaction between Nick Foles and Doug Peterson when they called the Philly special just adds another layer to everyone's joy that the Eagles beat the Patriots, and you can hear the
Totally.
call and see Doug's reaction to the idea and all of that. So this is about as close to that as baseball can get.
Speaking of that, they have this thing, the red wire, and at NFL Films, and like everything has to pass a couple of, before it can be released in any form. It's got to pass certain criteria, people. And I talked to people that listen to the red wire, and oh my God, if that stuff got out, it would be amazing. You want to talk about theater of the red wire? Wow, that would be amazing.
I don't know if you read Seth Wickersham's 16,000 word article on ESPN.com about him bunkering with the Broncos and Sean Payton the whole season. Like, if that doesn't give you an indication of how the head coach we see in the press conferences a couple of times a week, no matter who that head coach is not the same guy as the one behind closed doors. Boy,
I did that with Andy Reid in like 2003,
yeah.
and I 02 and 03 I did it with him, and yeah, I mean, I can give you chapter and verse stuff.
Yeah,
you know, it was awesome. Let's get to your column. I'm completely on the side, but you go first, and you know, I'll give you this. You're it's a great quip. It's a great lead. You had me going right from the beginning. It was artfully done, but I'm completely on the other side with the Wheeler.
Yeah, look, some of it. Let me explain what I wrote and then why I wrote it. So I basically put it out there that, you know, should Zach Wheeler have been in the All-Star game and been on the National League All-Star team? Of course he should have. He's the best pitcher, you know, on the Phillies staff. You know, it was the irony of last night is that the All-Star game starting pitcher is actually the second best pitcher in his own rotation. No slight to Cristopher Sanchez, but that's how great Zach Wheeler is. And I understand the reaction from fans, and in a way, the fact that Wheeler, once he got offered the opportunity, said, no, thank you. If you didn't pick me the first time around, don't pick me the second or third time around. In a vacuum, I get that.
Yeah.
But this is a guy who in 2024 was picked to the National League All-Star team and didn't pitch. He was having some back issues. And not only didn't he pitch, he didn't go to the game. And then last year, he gets selected to the All-Star team. And he didn't pitch, and he didn't go to the game because he pitched on the Sunday before the
Well, there's
All-Star
that rule,
game.
right, the MLBPA.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And look, if you're the people who make these decisions, and this guy has turned you down 2 years in a row for whatever reason, there's going to be an element of, you know, if we pick him again, is he just going to not show? Like, it's at some level you have to want.
Yeah, but the elephant in the room is that the game's in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Like it's different the last 2 years. This game's in Philadelphia. It's in his home park. Of course he's going to. Of course he wanted to be there. Of course he was going to show up. I mean, like I don't buy that. Like, hey, all right, so what? He didn't do it the last 2 years. Now the game's in Philadelphia. It's a celebration of the Phillies, and quite frankly, listen, he should take it up with his union. Like my buddy said, that's right. But Tuesday's the day you throw on the side anyway. You got to make an exemption and let the guy throw. Like, the guy knows his body. Let him start the game and throw. I think he would have.
Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have. I think all things being equal, you know, maybe he does. Maybe he wants to spend the weekend at the shore because that's what he did the last 2 years. He probably pitches in Philly. Maybe he doesn't. And
I don't.
Some of this too is, I have to admit this, cuz some of this too is, I get frustrated as a columnist and as someone who follows sports in and around this town and around the country, when there's a surge on one side of an issue. Whenever that happens, my antennae go up and I say, okay, well, what are we missing on the other side of this? It's certainly possible that everybody's saying Zach Wheeler has been wronged and he is right to turn this down now that he's been offered it. It's certainly possible that they're all correct. But why? What's the other side of this? And the other side of it was not getting expressed at all. People weren't even taking into consideration, which
That's
is
fair.
that
Yeah.
he had 2 other opportunities to be on the All-Star team, and he said no. So, to a degree, I wanted to
Listen,
point
I
that
get
out.
you're playing devil, and I get the idea because, listen, my instincts are like yours that when an issue is a landslide, that it's like, whoa. You can't
It's
be sheep here, and you can't
You know what it
follow.
is? It's the line Pacino has in Glengarry Glen Ross. When he says, "If everybody's going one direction, I
Yeah,
say bet the other way." And that's
yeah,
kind of how I
yeah,
looked at this. I'm like, if
yeah.
this can't possibly be a 100-0 issue. And so, is it a natural contrarian streak in me, as VG likes to point out? A little bit, yeah. But
Yeah.
there is this element of like he could have gone 3 years in a row, and
Right.
now he's gone 0 years in a row.
Right. And I hear you. I just think the idea that it was in Philadelphia is a more
That's fair.
as mortal lock as it is. And maybe I'm also on the other side of this in this sense. I had Bob Nightingale, buddy of mine at USA Today, baseball writer, and I was talking about Wheeler, and I love Wheeler. Wheeler reminds me of this generation's Halladay.
Holiday. Yeah.
I love the big bulldog pitcher. It's, I'm an arm guy. I like the size. That's kind of how I like my guys. And I look at it and I just go, this dude gets no fanfare. We were talking about the idea of a Hall of Fame credentials. And he's like, let me look up. He's 122 wins. That's way low. No, he's got no chance. And it was like when I was talking about the crime against Wheeler last week, he was like, so what? Like, he wasn't even on your side. He dismissed it as no big deal, Bob did. Like, who cares? Like, what? So what?
It's like the players didn't vote him in.
Yeah.
Get on with the players.
Like,
Players didn't vote him in.
like Logan Webb gets in over Zach Wheeler. He's like, well, so what? And I'm like, well, that's an injustice, right? Like, to the sport. And then we started talking about his credentials because I do believe that he's been the best pitcher over 7 years. In the 7-year period, like you've had your Mizorowskis now and your Skeens
Right.
and Skubals, but over that block of time, he's been the league's best pitcher.
Yeah, what you're getting at in that conversation with Bob, of course, is what are the standards for the Hall of Fame and how are they changing over time, right? Like,
Yes.
We're not going to be able to look at wins as a reliable indicator anymore of whether a pitcher belongs in the Hall of Fame because starting pitchers simply don't win enough games. They don't last long enough in games anymore to collect the number of wins that used to be the benchmark, right? Justin Verlander's talked about this. He's
Right.
absolutely going to be a Hall of Famer, but you look at his win total and it's not as high as a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame. And that's nothing but the way baseball has changed. And I think there's a good case for Wheeler. I think if he continues to pitch like he has another season or two, that's part of it. And I would argue that that's why he's pissed, is that he wants to be able to say he went to the All-Star game X number of times, so it burnishes his Hall of Fame credentials. I would say, if I had to guess, I'd probably say that's more important to him than pitching in Philadelphia. Because he could have gone to his hometown last year or the year before. He could have pitched in his hometown, and he decided not to. So,
what's the
should he have been
context of
in
that, Mike? When he decided not to, what was the context of that?
of him not pitching in his hometown? I don't remember. I know that, like I said, in 24, he was having a back issue.
Right.
And they basically said, like, we're going to give you the whole break. And he clearly wanted the whole break. And then last year, he pitched on the Sunday before the game, like Mizorowski did this year. So, it's one of those things, I guess, if you want to play by the rules strictly, you understand why he didn't pitch. But if he really wanted to be there, maybe he could have reworked things and, the Phillies could have accommodated him, to be able to pitch on Tuesday, or he could have done what Anthony suggested. And it's going to be his regular day to throw anyway, just throw in the game.
Yeah, I think this year was an anomaly, though, because after mentally everything he overcame and coming back and being in Philly, I think this is the year he cut him some slack.
And I think I'm a big believer in like sports justice, right? Like I believe in sports justice. I think certain guys should have their moment. And Wheeler has not had, now granted, like he didn't stay healthy early part of his career, but since he's come here, he's been one of the greatest acquisitions in franchise history. And I believe the guy needed his moment at a time when the Phillies and Philadelphia was the center of the baseball universe. Zach Wheeler should have had his moment, right? Of being as great as he's been and dominant. Like, look, the last two starts when he dials it up, my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's amazing. It's great. And, I think we've talked about this. I know I've talked about this on the show on WIP with Robbie.
Yeah.
The fact that he's 36 and bald with a graying beard, doesn't help him either. I mean, he looks like, until he steps on the mound, he looks like an insurance salesman, basically. So I don't, and he's not a demonstrative person, or personality or anything like that. He's not a Roger Clemens in that sense. So, yeah, I mean, I take everything you guys are saying, and I don't mean to suggest he's a jerk or he's a bad guy. I'm just saying there is always another side to this thing, and in the column, I kind of wanted to accent that.
Yeah, this would have been fun if you and I were working together. We could do a lot of those voices. It's pretty cool. All right, second half. How do you view him? What's your expectation as one of the voices here?
They got to help the bullpen out. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do it, but you got to help this bullpen. If I were a Phillies, this would scare the bejesus out of me, that you don't have guys who can get outs in later innings. And that is where these playoff games are going to be won and lost. Look at that roster of relievers. Other than Johan Duran, who do you trust? That's it. That's what this comes down to. I'm going to have fun watching Schwarber. I'm going to have fun watching Harper.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens with the offense. But the chances are that we're going to see what we saw last year against the Dodgers and even the year before that against the Mets again, where these games are going to be close.
Yeah.
They're going to be 1 or 2 run games in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning. You're going to have to pull, or Don Mattingly is going to choose to pull Wheeler or Sanchez or Luzardo. And who are you going to, and can they miss bats and get outs?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. My solution, because here's the problem. I don't think you have enough to get a Chapman, because when you're talking about these big arm guys that you want to go as a bridge in the 8th inning, I just don't think you have enough assets to land them. So my fix is Gage Wood. I would slow play him so there's no book on him, and then I would unleash him in October, and I would ride or die with the kid, knowing that he's got a good demeanor. We saw it in college, and knowing that he just can hum it. He would be my bridge to Duran.
Do you package? I would absolutely think about that, and if not, go ahead and do it. I think the kid's makeup, from every indication, seems pretty good. That the chances are decent he can handle it. Is there any package of minor leaguers or even a player already on the roster that you'd be willing to give up to get a really good relief pitcher?
Yeah, the problem is, would I do it? Yeah, but I'm not trading Gage Wood for a rental. Right?
No, I'm not talking about Gage Wood.
Okay.
Other than Wood, I'm talking about
I'm open for business.
Yeah.
But
but do they have the prospects to do that? I don't know that they do.
They don't. My only point is, I don't think they have enough. I think the coffers are bare. I look at when Dante Nori is your 4th best prospect and your number 1 prospect is 17 years old. I mean, I don't think you got enough. Because assuming that everybody's going to want bullpen help, back end bullpen help, they're going to go, you got nothing. I'm going to go shop here.
Right. So then there's the next question. Do you ride or die with your starters? 7 innings, 8 innings?
Yes.
Do you take the chance of leaving a Wheeler or a Luzardo or Sanchez in there?
Absolutely.
105, 110, 100, and even 20 pitches.
Yep.
In an NLDS or an NLCS.
Yeah.
I don't know what other choice they're going to have.
No, absolutely. I got to get bare minimum 7, preferably 8 out of my starters. It's why what I would do is go get Robbie Ray and then have a true 5 like a fifth guy that are bleeding the bullpen out.
Mhm.
During the rest of the season, I would kind of cap my guys like Wheeler, Luzardo, and Sanchez. I wouldn't pitch deep. I mean, I'm not going to, depending on pitch, I'd be really looking at the pitch count and save bullets so that come the postseason, I need 7-8 out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be the only way they can do this because that bullpen is, it's just not reliable enough. It isn't. I mean, I know Kirkering's numbers are decent, but my goodness, he gets on that mound and it just does not convey, self-assurance and confidence.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the doe eyes. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's all about the eyes. Look at the eyes, Mike.
I still think even with Gage, they need another
Chalk
arm.
eyes, dead eyes.
Like you think
Lifeless
I still
eyes,
think they need
black
another
eyes.
arm in there.
Like a doll's
all right.
eyes.
Let's switch gears to basketball and LeBron, and give me your best guess. And I mean, nobody knows. LeBron's the only one that knows. But the idea that the Sixers are in the process of this thing, and Maxey's calling, and Joe's calling, and Brown's calling.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to have the legend that's flirting with the town.
I still think he's going to end up back in Cleveland just because I think he has a sense of drama and, his own personal narrative. And it would make a ton of sense for him to finish his career with the Cavaliers, where it started, the hometown team, all of that. The pitch that I would think and I would hope the Sixers are making to him is, if you come here and if we win, it would be the ultimate capstone of your career, and you would be a god here in Philadelphia forevermore for ending the Sixers' 43-year championship drought. I would be fascinated to see it, just from a coverage standpoint.
Yeah.
Being around the team, I would want to be around the team day to day. I'm not totally convinced that it would work. I remember Michael Jordan with the Wizards, and read up. There was a great book written at the time called "When Nothing Else Matters" by a writer for the Washington Post named Michael Leahy, who did nothing but immerse himself with the Wizards for the 2 years that Jordan was there. And behind the scenes, it was rough because what you had at the time was, the old great one in MJ, who naturally wants to reassert himself. And you had young up-and-coming stars in players like Rip Hamilton and Jerry Stackhouse who wanted the team to be theirs. And they clashed. And I don't know that the same thing wouldn't happen here. I know VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey are different guys and, would probably be okay, but there's no guarantee that it would. So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place on it. I think from just a social experiment kind of thing, it would be amazing to see LeBron James here in Philadelphia.
Now, the good thing is that you had a big personality with Harden come in, and both Embiid. Now, he was younger, Maxey,
right?
But both Embiid also acquiesced. Embiid didn't have any sort of issues with Harden, so I don't know. You should have that fear, but I feel pretty confident that this group. Now, I don't know Jaylen Brown. I don't know what kind of. I know there were some issues with him and LeBron because he got Bronny. I don't know, but assuming the fit on the floor is fascinating because it's a perfect fit at the 4 spot. There's a gaping hole there.
Yeah, the two things that come to mind are, one, does LeBron accept, quote unquote, whatever his role is supposed to be as the 4? I don't know about that. And the second thing is, all of a sudden, Bob Myers' role and presence in the franchise take on even more importance than they already have.
Yeah.
Because he's the one guy in the franchise who can put the 4 rings on his hand and look at a LeBron with credibility, and look at an Embiid with credibility, and look at a Jaylen Brown with credibility and say, come on, guys, let's go. Knock off the crap. We're here, to fulfill a mission. Let's do it. And, all of a sudden Myers becomes really important. Not that he already isn't, with LeBron here.
No, it's true. The idea of the town in Philadelphia, that would be really interesting because listen, obviously he's bigger than the sport, but I don't know how comfortable he would be on the East Coast. New York, I could see because New York had the Garden and the history piece of it. I don't know. I don't know how he would look at Philadelphia.
I'm not sure either because the dynamic here would be different. As we all know, it already is, right? Like covering the Eagles and being around the Eagles is different from virtually every other team in the NFL. And I think with LeBron here, the things that make Philadelphia unique from a media and fan standpoint would be intensified. There would be so many entities that would want a piece of him. And the Sixers, I think, would have to talk to him a little bit about like, hey man, like local TV matters here. Like people watch Action News still to this day, and they watch Good Day Philadelphia.
Yes.
And you can't just blow off the talk show, the radio stations. The Sixers don't, and I've said this to people in the organization, like they don't do a totally awesome job of like connecting locally. They're much more about the national ESPN, Amazon sort of perspective on the league, which I get. But Philadelphia is a different animal, and I would be curious to see how the city reacts to LeBron.
You're so right about that. I had the same conversation with that guy, and I've had they follow the NBA. Like the NBA is a national sport. It's not a local regional sport. Like MLB is local regional, but NBA is not, and they treat their players with these incredible buffers. Like, oh my God, you can't ask so-and-so to pick up a phone and call a radio station for 10 minutes. It's a lot to get him to do that. Oh, they won't even come. Like the stories about Jimmy Butler just going to a Sixers charity event was like, it's crazy. Like these dudes were completely on another planet. Like they act like it's just like we're untouchable. And I think that's the biggest problem they have.
Yeah, there's a lack of connection locally. I mean, Maxey has cut through that, and VJ, because of his personality, seems like has cut through that. But I certainly think it didn't help Joel early on that they didn't make a point during those first 2 years while he wasn't playing to get him out there more.
Agreed.
And I think it damages them in a big way.
All right, third on the wheel is the Flyers missing out on the big swing. Your thoughts on the idea that they went after Leo correctly? What's next? How would you approach it? And by the way, speaking of hockey, Steve Yzerman, abruptly steps down as GM of the Red Wings.
Yeah, that's really interesting to me because I broke the story that the Flyers were interested in Larkin, not that any NHL team wouldn't be, but I got confirmation that if Larkin were to add the Flyers to his list of teams he'd be willing to be traded to, they would make a play for him. I think, look, I didn't expect the Flyers to get Carlson. It was as close. I said this in a column. It was as close to a Bronx Tale, now you can't leave moment as a general manager can have. When Danny Briere just kind of walked in there and like, here's what we're going to pay him, deal with it. And, I don't know that they could have gotten him for a price that made sense. I've heard other people like, well, why didn't they just pay him offer him whatever it took? It's like, well, you can't.
No.
You can't do that. You just, it hampers your ability to retain and add other pieces. I'm not panicking about it. I wouldn't panic about it if I were a Flyers fan. Al Morganti made this point, and it's right on the money. We don't know what's going to happen during the season. You don't know who's going to get unhappy during the season, what teams might bottom out, who might get injured, suppose Connor McDavid doesn't like Mike Babcock.
Right.
Like, what happens then? I know people are worried, how are they going to acquire this number one center? But we don't know, going into the offseason, nobody thought they were going to make a play for Leo Carlson.
Exactly.
So the idea that nothing can happen now that they've missed their window, to me, is ridiculous.
Yep. I'm totally with you. You don't know what's going to happen. And by the way, you got young players, young talent to enjoy while you're waiting for that to happen. So they're going to be relevant. You're going to be like, I know I'm interested. I want to see what Michkov does coming back. I'm dying, what happens now that, Porter Martone has a full season. Like, there's great storylines with that team. So I'm with you. Finally, let's get to the birds. And Jeremy Fowler comes out with everybody, listen, I get it. It's July. We're all starved for football. Nothing's going on. The coaches are all down the shore. They're all hanging out. So this is it. Training camp's coming up in less than 2 weeks. Jalen Hurts, 17. Your thoughts?
Look, I'm not somebody who's going to make any kind of argument that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but he's not the 17th best quarterback in the NFL. And I think this is a reflection of something you and I have talked about a lot, which is the way both coaches and people involved in the NFL and people who follow and cover and live and die with the NFL as fans have come to rethink the quarterback position. The attributes that make Jalen Hurts valuable, the intangibles, the work ethic, the generally speaking ability to play well in big games, were much more valued in the 1970s and 80s and 90s when there wasn't as much hardcore study, both within the league and within people who follow the league, of play design and what a quarterback absolutely has to do to play the position from a technical standpoint. And I think a lot of these coaches are looking at guys who can do those things better than Jalen and saying, well, then those quarterbacks are better than Jalen Hurts. And again, this doesn't mean Jalen Hurts is the equivalent of a Mahomes or a Stafford or a Josh Allen. It just means that if these guys can't see it on film, it must not exist. And that's not true. Jalen has some really good qualities that make him a quarterback you can win with. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? No. If he has another, subpar or disappointing season this year with Sean Mannion, could the Eagles move on from him? Very well could happen. But it doesn't make him a below average starting quarterback in the NFL. And at 17, that's what he is. There are only 32 teams in the NFL. Are you telling me Jalen Hurts is in the bottom half of quarterbacks in the NFL? That's ridiculous.
I thought the same thing. You know what's funny? Because you're right, like how we all quantify quarterbacks and all this craziness. I sat with Spags the other day, Chickies and Pete's, over a pitcher of beer and wings and Baldy. And we're sitting there, and I bring up the list to Steve. And, this wasn't an interview. We're just hanging out. And he did, and I can repeat this because he did say, listen, I don't know about these lists and rankings, whatever. All I know is in that Super Bowl, I game planned so that the only way I would get beat is if Hurts beat me, right? Mm-hmm. He goes, I sold out to stop Saquon. He goes, and the kid made 2 ridiculous throws, great throws. He goes, that beat us. He goes, now we were going to lose the game because of we couldn't move the ball. That defense is great and all. He goes, but I don't care what anybody says. That dude made 2 crushing throws against me, and I threw everything at him. And that's the best defensive coordinator in the NFL telling you that's the only thing that matters to him is that dude came in and he beat me twice.
Look, I'm a bigger Eli Manning fan than just about anybody who lived in the Philadelphia area or grew up around here or was followed or rooted for the Eagles. I think Eli, if anything, is underrated for what he did with the Giants over the breadth of his career. Yeah. And I can remember Ernie Accorsi talking about this. He watched Eli in college at Ole Miss. And I know the eye test doesn't tell you everything. And I know you have to check it with, as you said, what's quantifiable and what we can count and all of that. But when Ernie Accorsi, who's been through 40 years of football, watches Eli Manning in the SEC take a program that had been a doormat in the best league in the country and makes them relevant and is making big throws in big moments in big games, if you're Ernie Accorsi, you take that into consideration. along with the bloodline and the numbers and the film and everything else. And I think you have to look at Jalen the same way. You know, Jalen Hurts, to me, that's the comp. Eli is the comp for Jalen, not in terms of style of play. I mean, you know, Eli's got had all the mobility of a table napkin, but Jalen just the whole just winning thing is about being there every week and doing what you need to do and rising to the moment when you have the opportunity. And Eli did that, and Jalen's generally done that.
Yeah, that's dead on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dead on. I love the comp because you're right. The accomplishment and this type of, not the style, but the type of quarterback of his accomplishments, of his ilk, it fits. Those two are very similar. Success in the Super Bowl, winning teams. You could draw a total parallel between those two. And they get disrespected because they don't have, you know, listen, I'm a Justin Herbert fan, right? People hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I love the kid, right? Like, you're 6'5", and you make all the throws, and you're tough as nails. Like, that's my kind of quarterback. But he hasn't won. As much as I can talk about it, he still hasn't won. And Jalen's that guy. Eli Manning was that guy. I think he nailed it.
Yeah, and like here's another example I like to use in this regard, because we get caught up so much, whether we're, you know, listening to people on ESPN or Fox Sports or people on Twitter or whatever. Everybody's chasing the next Mahomes or the next Allen or the next Rodgers or Brady, right? And there are levels to being a great quarterback, and there are different ways to define what being a great quarterback is. And I use this example a lot. Like, Matt Ryan is probably not going to be a Hall of Famer, okay? Didn't win a Super Bowl, has 28-3 hanging over his head. But he is the best draft pick in Atlanta Falcons history because he made a joke of a franchise relevant and competitive for 15 years.
Yes.
And that's a greater accomplishment than winning a Super Bowl or getting into the Hall of Fame, is the fact that just by having Matt Ryan, that team was in the mix and had a chance to be really good and should have won a Super Bowl. And, you know, so is Matt Ryan a great quarterback? He's probably not going to be in the Hall of Fame, but he's still a great quarterback. And we miss that aspect of talking about guys like Eli and Jalen.
I think you're dead on, man. Because I always talked about Ryan. Ryan had those characteristics. When he was at Boston College, I remember him. He played 2 games on a Thursday night. And one game was in a driving rainstorm. It was a good team. I forget who it was. Like, I don't know. It was Louisville. Somebody in the conference that was good. It was a driving rainstorm, right? They're down 13-0. He orchestrates throwing it in the rain, 2 drives at the very end of the game to win it 14-13. I remember thinking, man, this kid, because he was local, so I always kind of root for him. So I remember thinking, this kid's got stones, man. That's a winner. And that's what you're describing, man. And in the end, if you're going to play that position, you either got to be God, arm God, or you got to be a winner. And that's what Hurts is in that sense.
Yeah, and circumstances play into it too, right? Like, you know, Ryan and Julio Jones connected on, like, maybe the most impressive completion in Super Bowl history at the end of that Super Bowl against the Patriots, you know, where Julio toe taps, you know, 20 yards downfield, and Ryan makes this incredible throw, and it looks like that's going to clinch the Super Bowl for them. It looks like they're going to fend off the Patriots, and then they blow it anyway. But, you know, he's still great, you know, and you know, Eli's still great, and Jalen's still great in his way. He's just not an immortal.
Dude, I love the conversations, man. Just love it. It's a great conversation. Thank you.
Always enjoy, my friend.
What do you got for you? What do you got in your world? Anything we should know about? Oh, by the way, let me laud you 1,000 times. I thought I texted you. I don't remember. How you handled Meg Kane's story.
Oh, thanks.
Was amazing. It was just incredible what you did with that story about someone that we care about deeply that had very tragic circumstances in her life. And I remember sitting with her Thanksgiving at Reading Terminal Market, and she was talking about having you write the story. And I think it was, you did an amazing job. Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Meg deserved my best, and I tried to deliver it, and she was happy with how the piece turned out, and that's all I care about.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Beautiful.
Thanks,
Love you,
man.
brother. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys too. Talk to you soon.
There he is, Mikey.
NHL's released the broadcast opening series for each network. ESPN's got a tripleheader September 29th. Florida Canes.
Wait a second. The season opens September 29th?
Yep.
Wow, that's early.
Yep.
Football's late. Hockey's early. That's too early. September 29th.
It's just right. You got Florida, Carolina.
Oh, man, you're gonna blow, my brain is going to implode.
Rangers, Bruins, Blackhawks, Vegas. And then September 29th, also, there's a doubleheader on Sportsnet. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, Edmonton. And then on September 30th, the TNT doubleheader. Penguins, Flyers.
Wow.
Kings, Avalanche.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Pittsburgh, back at it. Smack them around again.
That's September 29th.
That's the season for the Flyers start September 30th.
That's early, dude.
I like it.
Early. Wow. I gotta get my head around that, man. It's NFL's not starting until September, whatever it is, 12th or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Oh my God, that's wild. Hey, just blew my mind right here. All right, let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about Mercury.
See that?
Talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Always another way to play on the app. You got a big British Open coming up. In fact, I love the British Open.
I do too. It's my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Although I'm a little disappointed.
I want the weather to
The
be
weather's going to be good.
There's
no rain in the forecast. It's going to be warm. Yeah.
it stinks.
No, I love it.
I like when the weather's
Yes.
they're up by the beach and the angry
the
angry sea.
Yes.
Man. Really?
A little disappointed about that.
That sucks. All right. Well, guess what? Lots to get to. With that, you can play it on the app. You got England today.
England's minus 125 to advance, over 2.5 goals, and then we'll sprinkle in a Messi and a Kane goal.
There you go.
Maybe a Jude goal if you feel like it.
All right. There you go. You can check it out on the app. BetParks.com's got the details. In fact, new customers get 500 spins on the soccer game. Go, go, go. Collect them. And $500 casino bonus back. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family-owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com.
Lost. Mercury.
See ya? Reginald was right.
Mercury. Reginald was right on. All right, my man. We got to do our PHLY pitch. We're on the pitch. What do we got today? It's England and Argentina. Messi versus England.
Well, with our boy Sammy.
I'm rooting for Sam, man. I am. I'm rooting for Sam.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this, but Mr. Tony told me this. Because I go, who you root for, Argentina? He goes, no. Bleep Argentina. Bleep Messi. I'm rooting for, because he's rooting for England. I go, well, what? He goes, Messi's a creep.
He is?
He said he doesn't like take pictures with kids, autographs, all that stuff. He's like, he said he's no good, Messi.
Oh, I have not.
I didn't know that.
I didn't hear that. I saw like they did a whole thing about the town he's from.
Right.
Interesting.
I didn't know. But anyway, we're rooting England.
I trust Mr. Tony.
Yeah, we're rooting England.
Yeah.
Let's go Brits. So what do we got, Jules?
We got some items.
No, this is the what our staff picked. Right?
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I think the staff.
The staff goes England, right?
Yeah, they're England. All right,
Right,
so
the staff went England.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Yeah.
I want a high-scoring game. I want lots of action.
These
4-3.
The problem is with these games, the deeper it goes, they just shut down.
I know. I can't stand it. These two, I don't think either one of these two teams have good defense. So
Not England? England have good defense?
I don't think so. I think they're more offensively suited.
So Kane, you think Kane and Messi score?
Yes. And we'll sprinkle in a Jude. You got it. He's got the hot foot right now.
Jude does a hot foot, man.
Yeah.
Jude's the man.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Kane today. I felt Jude the other day. I told Sam before the match because he gave me the props.
Yes. Sammy did.
And I'm feeling the 2 from Kane today.
I don't love the 3:00 start time.
No?
4 or 5 is better. 5 feels better.
Dude, if you're going to have 5, what time's it
I know.
Overseas?
Yeah, bleep deals overseas. This is ours. It's on our land right now. Yeah, everyone's on England.
55.8, yeah, 55.8%.
But it's
Like it.
Argentina's like no joke. I mean, you know.
No, of course not. I mean, they score at will.
What's the line? Who's the favorite?
I think England is.
England's
England's
the favorite?
minus 125.
All right, well, they're the favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
3-2, you say?
I would love like a 4-3 going game. That's what I would like.
7 goals?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, how are you going to get 7 goals?
Didn't Jared tell us last time they played was 5-4 or something?
No, that was Spain-France.
Oh, that was Spain-France.
Well, Jared's unbelievable. Jared goes, listen, if France scores first, everything can go crazy.
Yeah.
But if Spain scores first, they're going to shut it down. And that's what happened.
Right.
He called that.
I know. That dude's great.
And
Jared
Yamal
rules.
was awesome.
He stunk.
He was awesome.
Stupid play.
You're a crybaby.
I am.
You are.
Play.
All right. Let's take quick TO, come back, do some nugs, and then we got Franny Films in our Love Philly, along with Ben. I can't wait for the chat to get some Ben. First, a word from our friends. Survey.
Oh, survey time. My bad. Here we go. Thank you for being part of the PHLY community. And we're always, as you know, looking for ways to improve our shows, better understand how you listen, how you watch, and what you value most. That's why we've launched a new quick survey. Your feedback helps us shape the content you love and make it even better. It only takes a few minutes, but it makes a big impact. Take a moment, head over to allphly.com/poll, POLL, and let your voice be heard. Respondents have a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. And we appreciate you. So I want to thank you for being part of PHLY. We want your feedback to keep improving our shows. It's just a quick survey, a few minutes, and your input helps shape the future. And respondents, like I said, got a chance to win $100 Amazon gift card. So head over allphly.com/poll and let your voice be heard. Elkin Chevrolet, run by 3 brothers, real brothers, local guys, great guys. And right now, they're lining up deals that are very hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Equinoxes, Trailblazers, Tahoe Suburban, Silverados. And the prices, well, they're going to move fast. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a bit to maybe watch the Sixers or Flyers play, you'll drive off in the perfect ride at the perfect price. And here's the thing. This isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right. No runaround, no games, no haggling, no hassles, just real people, real deals. Elkin Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. Super easy to get there. Route 73 South in Marlton. Elkin Chevrolet.
Welcome back. All right. VG's Nugs. Let's do some VG's Nugs.
VG's Nuts! Nuts! It's just time for VG's Nuts! VG's Nuts! Nuts!
I do love that opening.
Sixers earned it right. They might have to get a nug in there. Hey, yeah. What kind of cheese? Say you get a cheesesteak, you go to the counter. What kind of cheese do you order?
It depends. Sometimes I want whiz. Sometimes I'll do the Cooper Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not really a provolone guy.
Okay.
I'm really just more of a, unless I get, and I depends on the place, right?
Understandable.
Like sometimes if I do like the pizza shop or luncheonette, I'll do a pizza steak.
Ooh, yep.
But then for that, I'll do the provolone or the mozzarella. But
yeah,
that's not, that the traditional cheesesteak I get whiz or sharp.
Yeah, so they do that question and answer with players. So someone they asked Mike Trout how he orders his cheesesteak.
Uh-huh.
What's the correct way to order a Philly cheesesteak?
I keep it simple. So I go up there and meat and cheese only. That's it.
What kind of cheese?
Just regular cheese.
What's the correct way to order a Philly cheesesteak?
Just regular cheese.
So
He just goes American. He's thinking American.
Regular cheese.
That's it.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese?
He's thinking American.
What's the correct?
Regular cheese?
It kind of is.
Regular.
He's been out in California too long. It's been 15 years.
He's been out there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, regular cheese is a violation.
Yeah, it's no good. No good.
You got to go American, Cooper Sharp, Whiz.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whiz is underrated.
I like the Whiz occasionally.
Like the Whiz gets a bad rap. Like I get it, it's just man-made, but
sure,
it's still a tasty item. Like I have to say,
gooey Whiz with you got to.
It's got to be
onions with it.
Yes, you need the onions,
mm-hmm.
peppers.
Yeah.
I made long hots yesterday.
What?
You
grew long hots?
I made long hots
with a 3D printer, or you grew them, picked them, and then cooked them?
Yeah, I cooked them with olive oil.
You're saying you made them? And I was like,
well, no, but you got to make the long hots. Like you got to dry them out,
mm-hmm.
and then I cook them with olive oil.
Yeah,
and I have this hot sea salt. It's like
hot sea salt.
It's pepper infused hot sea salt.
All right.
And I sprinkle and it's very
salt and pepper,
coarse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hot. It's a chili pepper.
All right.
So it's red.
Okay.
Right. So it's like got a reddish hue to it.
Yeah.
So it's very coarse. So I make the long hots, the coarse sea salt.
You stuff them with anything?
No.
Okay.
No, and then I put I cut up 1 clove of garlic really fine.
Yeah.
And let it soak into the oil.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the peppers in there.
Nice. Does everyone enjoy them, or is that just for you?
No, Moscow a little bit. That's it. Nobody else, Ann or Tad they don't like it. But I
yeah,
because we got a bowlie last night for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And he and I, do that.
Yeah. Nice. I went Mexican for the All-Star game.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm out on Taco Bell, though. They recalled all their produce. You can't get the Crunchwrap Supremes. You can't get anything with lettuce or pico.
Why? Because of the
worried about
bug?
the parasite, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No good on that parasite.
No. Hey, I just want to play. Netflix shared this about the home run derby, Jordan Walker's father. And I think it's a good Philly moment that's not being shared enough because, the fans brought it. So this is after his son won.
Ah, that's awesome.
They start chanting, Jordan's father, Jordan's father, Jordan's dad, yeah. Good, man. It was good work, right?
I got chills.
Yeah.
I love that, man. What a cool guy that guy.
He is great. Yeah. He was a great interview.
He's a cool guy,
Yeah.
man.
He's
He
just
really-
enjoying it all, taking it all in, man.
He really is. He's a cool guy. He really is. We got one more?
Yeah. We got in today's nugs. I slacked the wardrobe that I sent over from the red carpet from today. It's just the last one, because I mean some of them came out. They looked okay. I wanted to really rip a bunch of these guys, but one stood out, and it's my favorite player that's not a Philly. So this one stung and hurt. I don't know what he's thinking. I thought he was a kind of a cool player. Does it all, 5-tool.
Oh, really?
And he showed up. He does not have the dressing. He doesn't, I don't know if he dressed himself. He looks like he's 65 and a nerd. This is Pete Crow Armstrong with wrinkled, baggy khakis and this horrible black leather jacket, which
like
has
a weird, like
kind of
pattern
green on the
neckline?
collar.
Yeah.
And
It's
those
like a woven
glasses.
collar. or
He looks
something?
like he's going to the shooting range with these glasses. He looks. There's no way I would believe that guy is an amazing baseball player looking at him.
No.
He
No.
comes in. When I worked at West Coast Video, this guy's coming in to order some weird video. You're like, all right, this guy is a kook.
And dude, when he was mic'd up in the outfield, he was
He's great.
awesome.
Yes.
He was
I love the
freaking
kid.
fabulous. I mean, he was like a huge Bears guy. So about Caleb Williams. It
Yes.
was awesome, man. I love that.
I don't know how he grew up a Bears guy. Was his dad, he said, was a Bear?
Well, did he grow up in Chicago?
I don't think so. I think he said that he grew up somewhere else.
Actually, I thought he, see, I took it like he grew up in that area.
He was traded to the Cubs by the Mets for Javier Baez and Trevor Williams.
Dude, what a horrible trade. Horrible trade. Where's he from? I'm curious. Because I thought he was from Chicago.
He is Sherman Oaks, California. He was born.
Wow. He's from Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, went to high school in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, his dad definitely.
His dad was a Bears fan.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Here's the deal. Coming up, our Love Philly Hour starts now. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly, it's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward. The legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. That's right. Love Philly Hour brought to us by Wawa. We love our Wawa. Wawa loves Philly. That's for sure. As we love our hanging out with our Wawa. Hello. Thank you, Wawa. You know what's funny? Skeens in that picture.
Skeens?
Yeah, you sent a picture.
Oh, I sent a picture of you with Skeens, yeah.
And Skeens look like Andrew.
Frazier?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's dead. Doesn't he look like Jules Frazier? He was definitely.
Oh, he does have a Frazier look.
Doesn't he?
His jacket looks a little snug, too. He's got the buttons all bunched up around the bottom.
Yeah.
I think he might have gained a few pounds since he got that fitted.
He doesn't look.
He doesn't look cool.
No.
He should look cooler. Paul Skeens.
You're
should
right.
Be cooler.
Yeah. Well, Pete Crow Armstrong the same way.
Yeah, he doesn't have Livy Dunn running around with him either. I mean,
know.
Livy Dunn, you gotta be cool.
Dude, I agree. I'm with you. Did you go out all day? You didn't go out?
I did go out for a bit.
That's why you fell asleep at the end.
I was home by first pitch.
Yeah, but you were.
Yeah, I ate a bunch of nachos, some wings, some seitan wings.
You ate Satan wings?
Yeah. The pagan had a craving for them, so I was like, all right.
How could you crave non-meat chicken wings?
No, it's seitan. That's what they call them.
It's Satan. It's not Satan.
They're delicious. We got it from the Cantina on Passion.
It's horrible.
It's tough to order in Mexican. You can only get cooked items right now. You can't trust the produce. You don't know the supply chain of this food. I don't be on the toilet for 6 days.
Well, the worst for it was the fever and the chills. I had the chills.
You're the only person I've heard say this.
It was horrible. I had a fever. I was like cold. It's like during the heat. We had the heat wave, and I was like under a blanket on the couch.
I think you had cool
watching the World Cup. Maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't get checked out. Vinny thought I had that bug. So I don't know.
The parasite?
Yeah, because I did eat the strawberries, and we had all these things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whatever. All right, here's the deal. Let's take a quick TO, come back, and St. Francis of football.
Oh, nice.
All right, he's back from his vacation. He's not a Satan wing eater, that's for sure.
He probably had one or two in his day.
No, I doubt he has ever had fake wings. We will talk to St. Francis, and the new list is out from Jeremy Fowler. We'll get his thoughts on the quarterbacks, but also get his thoughts on the wide receivers. And we'll go wide receivers today with St. Francis.
All right, let's do it.
All right? But first, let's talk about our friends. Time for the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Got you going. Where are we going? England, Argentina, the last of the semifinals. Finals on Sunday. Who's going to play Spain? So, your final play of the day.
Over 2.5 goals. England to qualify. Messi and Kane to score, and that's plus 1,100.
There you go. You have a pick, a British Open pick? Think about it.
Yeah, I would lean Matt Fitzpatrick or Tommy Fleetwood right now.
Oh,
as
Fleetwood.
some of the favorites.
All right. There you go.
Post plus 1,600.
Check it out on the app. BetParks.com is all the details. You get 500 spins new customers do on the Goal Collective slot machine, as well as up to $500 casino bonus pack. You got to check it out. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. All right, let's talk about Xfinity and the 5-year price guarantee. What if I could tell? Well, I told you. You can have reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi, and you can keep it the same price for 5 years. That's what they call the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. It's Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. That finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. Best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot changes in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. The price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. You can learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply. You ever notice when Ben walks by, he looks like we're animals in a cage.
He's always looking in. I don't know if he's waiting to make eye contact to get called in, but he always does. He's always looking in here at us. Yes, right.
You notice that, Jules?
Yeah, every time. We're always
Like it's
just
a
sitting
new
here in the
thing.
same position.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird going on. There's no juggling happening or
Yesterday
anything.
he made a crack about my shorts.
I know. He's got cute shorts. He's going to learn eventually.
Wow.
Pushing boundaries. Pushing buttons.
Yeah.
His jokes don't land.
Yeah, very awkward.
They're not good ball busts.
No. Like, I have normal pair of shorts on. Like,
Yeah.
I
didn't notice it. Today, you got the nice Ferrari. I saw the Ferrari logo. It's like, oh, Ferrari shorts. But
Like
yesterday were nondescript shorts.
they were white. Yeah, well, I mean, like off-white, eggshell.
Yeah. He's got earbuds in. Look at him looking.
Now he's looking. Now
waiting
he's
to get
looking.
called in.
Yeah,
just
he's
wait.
looking.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's looking.
Now he's
looking.
happy.
No, we were just talking about it because when you walk by, you peer in all the time. Yeah, that's cool. You're pretty.
What,
all right.
What are you listening to?
You listen to a golf
You know,
podcast?
the podcast for the company you work for is on right now.
Wow.
No, I appreciate he's doing his homework. Yeah,
Homework should have been. Homework was done last night.
11:40. You're good. You got time. Yeah. Go ahead. Go get a snack. Go get a snack, Ben.
He needs to be listening to us. To know when there's something funny to put out there.
No, but I asked him to do this, so he's doing his cheat code. He's cheating.
He does cheat.
Yeah, he's listening to a golf podcast.
Yeah. Why don't we just have whatever?
I didn't know that.
Whatever podcast he's on, let's just have those guys on.
Right.
Their
He's
picks.
a regurgitator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about that, chat? Is he a regurgitator? You know who's not a regurgitator? Who does his own work?
Oh, yeah.
St. Francis of football.
Oh, yeah.
That's who.
They do not crave food nor drink for nourishment, for they exist solely on the glow of the all-22 monitors. They are the Leatherheads, and he is Franny Films.
Good morning, St. Francis.
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Good, buddy. A couple things. One, how was vacation?
Vacation was great. We had a trip down to the Outer Banks. It's the last trip away until until January when I go to the All-Star games, when I go to the Senior Bowl, Shrine Bowl. So the final deep breath before the football season kicks off.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. All right, some housekeeping. Ben listening to a golf podcast to come on after you and break down the British Open. Is that a violation?
Absolutely. I mean, you could have anybody do that.
Right.
Why does Ben need to be the person to do that? You literally can get anybody in the audience to listen to a podcast and say, come on as an expert.
Yeah, you gotta dig into the numbers.
So you're a true expert. You never regurgitate. You're the non-regurgitator.
Thank you. I mean, I try to avoid regurgitating whenever in all forms. So I would say that if I'm just going to listen to a podcast and just go and repeat that, let's go. I agree with VG. Let's go with whatever podcast he's listening to. Let's reach out to those people and bring them on.
They're calling him in the chat a plagiarist.
Right.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. All right. In your life, have you ever had Satan wings?
So non-chicken wings, is that the idea here?
They're called Satan or Satan.
Yeah, it's like wheat gluten.
No. Yeah, no, I have not partaken.
Although I'm thinking you did something similar. You're thinking about it like.
No, he didn't. He's a
No.
meat guy. He's a football guy and a meatsman.
Well, that's what when you said Satan wings, I was like, okay, are we talking like, are they
like
just boneless
evilly
wings,
hot?
or are we talking like, no, this is like some this is a chicken, a chicken alternative.
It's him. He's into that stuff.
Hey, speaking of wings, how do you eat your wings? Are you a clean the bone guy, or you got some remnants left on the bone when you're done?
No, you gotta clean the bone. So yeah, and I prefer the drumsticks to the flats personally, but
Ooh, one of those.
That's a point. I shouldn't say a point of contention because it actually works perfectly because my wife is the opposite. She likes the flats. So when we order wings, we're in good shape.
There's less rubbery, chewy things on the flats. Yeah.
Well, you like it because I like the flats too because they're crispier. But I get that,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm an equal opportunity wing eater though. Or the real wings though, not the
right,
whatever the non-gluten whey protein options are.
Exactly. So I was telling we were at Chickies and Pete's and it was me, Spags, and Baldy, and we got crab fries, wings, and a pitcher of beer, right?
Okay.
And the first thing he asked me was, how does Baldy eat his wings? And I don't know. I don't expect another man's plate. I thought the question was a violation.
Now listen, I didn't ask him to bring a magnifying glass out and look at the bones. You just glance. There's nothing left on there.
Why would I look at another
Looks like a
man's
vulture
plate?
ate it. Nothing left on it, or there's a little bit left. He's normal.
This reminds me of like the times where I've gone, if I see friends, if I go golfing and I come back and, my wife will ask me like, oh, like how's so-and-so's wife? What's going on with him, with him, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, no idea. And we'll find out later, like, oh, like, this happened with this guy and this guy's like, didn't you just go golfing with him you were outside with him for 4 hours? What did you guys talk about? Oh, like not that. We had other things that came up. I wasn't focused on that.
Dude,
it's the best.
I'm so with you. My wife's like, how's the girls? Like you were with Tooch. How the girls doing? And I don't know, good, I guess. Like, right. Didn't you talk? No, like
no. If there's something going on, he'll tell me.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Right.
Like
yeah. My buddy comes back from vacation. We go out. The will be like, "Oh, how was your vacation?" I said it was fine.
Yeah. Like,
they do this. They do this. I was like, I don't know what they did. They said it was fine.
Yeah. There's no details. We don't get into that stuff. No. You're right on, Franny. Right on. All right, let's dive into the Fowler stuff, all right? And I want your thoughts. Let's go fresh because I'll get your opinion on the quarterbacks, but the fresh receiver list dropped today. And here's let's go through it player by player and your thoughts. And if they would match up where you have them. Number one, I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, I might have another guy there, but I mean, you can't go wrong. Jamar Chase, number one.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. We'll talk about like my general philosophy with these lists, and how I think about them after. But yeah, I think having Chase at one, can't go wrong there.
Jefferson, two.
It's fine. Yep.
Now I would have Smith and Jigba one. I mean, he's just unstoppable. Like the scheme is part of it, but. My God, he just catches everything.
Someone ranked him 7th. That was the lowest ranking out in the polls. Someone put 7th for him.
I don't see that. How do you see that, Franny?
I could see how someone could get there because that's the thing with receiver is that there are so many like different body types and skill sets and people have preferences with that. And so, you could look at Jackson Smith and Jigba and say like, all right, like he needs a very like specific usage in order to reach that level. And obviously they have tapped into that to a really high extent. So that's why he's been as productive as he has. But he's still, I mean, he's an awesome player. So I think he definitely belongs in this tier. And then you can kind of quibble with where he stacks up in that tier.
And I guess to me, the guy that belongs in the tier that you can argue is number one is Puka.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like comparing,
hands, not separate. Like he catches everything.
Right, and so like the way that let's just say like Tyreek Hill at the peak of his powers, right? So you throw in, let's say Tyreek Hill in his prime is still in the NFL today. You would have this top 5 of Puka Nacua versus Tyreek Hill versus Justin Jefferson. And it's like, how do you compare these? All three of these guys are so different.
Yeah.
So that's what becomes tough in an exercise like this. But that said, yeah, like to me, like that's probably the four. That's probably the tier break there for at the top of the food chain.
I agree. And to your point, I know you're going to talk about these lists. I agree. And listen, it is what it is. Like, they're doing this stuff because it's July, and like, we all do this stuff. But
it's a content grab. Yeah,
it's fun to talk about. It's kind of how I view it. And you should do tiers because any one of these four could be number one. And I get Chase. Like, Chase is probably the best of the all around, where he's fast, got great hands. Like, Jefferson also had nobody throwing the football. Like, that was another issue with Jefferson.
And that's the problem, is that, like, and that's what makes football so great to discuss, is that, we talk about this with a quarterback, you do this at every single position, is if you were to just literally like, do the claw machine and just, all right, let me take Jamar Chase and drop him directly into, into Seattle, or drop him into New Orleans, or drop him into Dallas, or wherever, what does his skill set bring? What does he look like in this offense, or with this quarterback, with that defense? And does he have the same level of opportunity? And so that's what makes these conversations so interesting. And that's what. But the problem is that people get so like emotional, like I'm talking like the fans get so emotional about it, where it just like it strips away at like any of the kind of fun discourse that you can have, because it's like you just kind of throw your hands up and you're like, all right, well, there's nothing to really talk about here.
Right. Like, people don't want to hear. Right. They just don't want to hear certain things.
Yes, exactly right.
Next tier, they got him 5, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 6, CeeDee Lamb. Number 7, George Pickens at 7.
That surprised me. A little high for me.
Right? Me
I'd
too.
probably swap CD and St. Brown as well.
So would I.
Both guys are awesome. I personally, I think I would take. I think CD is probably a little bit more, transitional, and that he could fit for everybody, and would be, he would be the number one guy for more teams. But the Pickens one that's a little rich for me.
Yeah, me too, because I like Nico Collins is next.
Right.
I like Nico Collins
a
lot. And I would have him. In fact, I would have CD 5, Nico 6, to be honest with you. I put him ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Pickens.
Yeah. The other thing too, and this is with these exercises, and look, whether it's Jeremy Fowler or whether it's Mike Sando at The Athletic, or you look at all the different publications that do variations of these kind of lists, right? If you are polling people in the league, to me, he cites quotes from offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, scouting director, this person, that person, this person. Not every offensive coordinator watches film of every single wide receiver in football, right? So they are going to see players that they have the most exposure to. So maybe it's someone in the AFC North, that saw George Pickens over the course of his career in Pittsburgh, and it's like, oh yeah, like now he just had a great career year. I'm going to have him above Nico Collins, because I don't see Nico Collins all that often. Then you get into like the process with how this data and how these things get culminated, and that's also what leads to some of the disparity in these rankings too.
Yeah, you're so right about that. So right. AJ is number 9.
Yeah, I think that's worthy right now. Even with the quote unquote down year that he had last year, and we obviously saw that up close. I still think that he is that caliber of player, and I'm interested to see what he looks like with catching passes from Drake May here this fall.
Now this is where it kind of gets really kind of wacky.
There's so many guys, yeah,
and there really a lot of in the one tier. Like, there's a lot of this, right? So Devontae Adams, who I've always loved, but he's older now. He doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
You see it. I don't. So they got him 10th. I don't see that.
Yeah, I think that's too high for him at this stage of his career.
Agreed. Malik Neighbors, very promising. No quarterback, but the injury, you don't know what he is.
Yeah, I would say it would be tough to put him in the top 10, just knowing that, coming off the injury, what is he going to look like? But when healthy, he probably would be on this list.
Agreed. Mike Evans is number 12.
kind of similar with the Devontae Adams bucket. Like this would be like when you talk with and not every team is the same, but when you're talking with like pro scouts, you know, who are in charge of evaluating other NFL teams, a lot of teams in their grade scale for, you know, looking at players for the other teams, they might have a bucket for this guy was once a superstar player that is on the way down. You know, and then you're so that would be, I think, the Mike Evans and Devontae Adams bucket. That's where those guys would certainly be right now.
Zay Flowers, 13.
Yeah, I can't get there.
I can't get there a little bit.
No.
Like,
no, that's
what?
not to me. That's very rich for me.
Yeah,
He's a nice player, but
he's small.
If you're comparing him to, you know, and we'll talk about Devontae, like Devontae 10 times out of 10.
Exactly. Tyreek Hill, 14. You know,
I mean, he is both the age and the injury. Yeah. Like, I mean, who knows what he's going to look like coming off that?
Exactly. The guy that I like is 15. I like him a lot. Drake London.
Yep. And you know, comparing him to Zay Flowers is silly, but because the complete opposite ends of the body spectrum. Right. But yeah, I would say, like, yeah, he absolutely should be ahead of Zay Flowers on a list like this.
Jameson Williams, 16. I always liked him, speed, you know, but again, you know, you're when you're in that offense, you know, you got talk about the triangle. Like, if football's geometry, you're trying to create space between St. Brown and Gibbs. You're playing that, you know, you're the speed guy on the outside. I mean, you got it all day long. Yeah.
And the way that I kind of tier receivers, right? And a lot of the guys that we have talked about, they fit this archetype. But do you have that ability to make a play at all three levels of the field, right? And so obviously with Jameson Williams, we know with his speed, like, all right, all the vertical stuff, you're good there. With the quick game, like, all right, you know, screens, quick slant, can you win on a slant and, you know, catch and run element? Jameson Williams has that ability. He has shown that. To me, like, then you get to the intermediate area. Do you have the ability to weaponize your speed to, like, sell things vertically? And this is where, like, Deshaun Jackson really got better over the course of his career, where they're always going to respect the go ball, the deep post, the deep corners, like a lot of those deep vertical routes. But you have the ability to sell that and then snap it off onto a comeback or a deep dig and create a lot of separation in that area of the field. And I think that's an area where Jameson Williams has gotten a lot better in the last, you know, 2 years, 3 years, over the course of, you know, because he just signed a big extension going into it was right about a year ago when he signed that big extension. And I think that's an area where, since he has gotten better in that area, that warrants his ranking in this part of the list.
Sir Alec Pierce. What?
Love for that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he got a huge contract. And honestly, a lot of what I just said about Jameson Williams applies to Pierce in that's like he expanded he was basically like a big body vertical threat. Yeah. Going into last year, and was kind of a one-trick pony in that way. Like, he did some dirty work stuff, but it was like, all right, line up outside the numbers, and it was all vertical routes. Last year, they opened him up a little bit more to do more, and I think that versatility, it gets him up. That's still rich for me, but that at least gets him into the point. And that's the way they paid him. I mean, they paid him.
Yes, they did.
Time money.
Yes, they did. And I'm with you, but 17's too high. Higgins, 18.
Yeah, like T. Higgins is way too low on this list.
Way too low.
You know, I know, like, the injury, he's kind of constantly dinged up, you know, and so maybe that's part of it, but I mean, when he's healthy, like, that's a guy that's absolutely should be higher on this list. Like, him over Alec Pierce. If I'm on a playground and I'm picking a receiver, like, I'm taking T. Higgins 10 times out of 10.
Yes. DK, number 19.
DK is a tricky one because that's one where I talk about, like, the route variety with it, where you don't have nearly the same level of versatility. He needs a very, like, kind of specific, like, plane to be able to work on. You want to kind of keep him on a linear plane. Like, a lot of the straight line routes is basically what I mean by that. So I'm fine with him where he's at, but there are, like, again, if I'm taking DK Metcalf or Devontae Smith, like, I'm taking Devontae Smith. So I'm surprised he's ahead of him.
And I'll be honest with you, the next three I think are all too low.
Okay.
Scary Terry.
Yes, I would agree with that. I would take McLaurin over a few of the guys we've named.
Garrett Wilson, 21.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
And Devontae.
Similar archetype. I would probably take McLaurin ahead of Garrett Wilson, but again, like, I would take both those guys over Zay Flowers.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Like,
The Zay Flowers one is that's a weird
I'm a
spot.
Chris Olave fan too.
I agree.
He's way down.
I like Olave too.
Olave is awesome, but the injuries are a big thing with him.
But there you go. Devontae is 22 on this list. 22.
Yeah, my guess is next year when they do this ranking, it'll be higher. That would be just based off him now getting that opportunity. I think he's kind of getting slept on from a big picture standpoint. But again, like that's what goes into like the collection of how these lists are cultivated. He could fall through the radar on something like this.
Yeah, I guess. I just go, wow, man. 22. Like some of these guys, like I just look at it and go, what are you looking at?
That's surprising to me. Like the best way that you could do, if you really want to say like, all right, this is an accurate representation, you would search out, as many pro directors in the league as you possibly can. So it's like the not the general manager, not the directors of pro scouting, which are, they're in charge of the pro scouting staff, and they should be in theory like experts on and have an understanding of who are the top guys around the NFL right now, and that's who you pull, and you try and get. If you can get 16, at least 16, that's half the league. How does the league view this player? I think that would be the way, the most scientific way, I guess, to be able to do this.
And you would also try to set them up in the X, Y, and Z. I mean,
that's the other one too.
I mean, you got to separate that stuff because it is a lot of apples and oranges.
Yes, I mean, again, like trying to compare Zay Flowers to Drake London or T. Higgins, it's a fool's errand.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. The quarterbacks, what did you make of the quarterbacks? I know you saw it. Everybody's talking about it. Listen, it's fodder. It's fun. Again, we know what it's about. But let's dive into it. And what did you think? First of all, Hurts at 17.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. To me, I think that when you look at the volatility of his play, that's going to drop him out. Again, because the way I look at player stacking at every position, and especially a quarterback, because there's only one of those guys in the field. We're talking about you have the elite tier, right? And so it's the top four guys. So if you want to jumble it up however you like. You want to go Josh Allen, you want to go Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. You probably throw Burrow in there. That's probably like your top four. And then you've got like another cluster. Like, all right, is Hurts in that cluster? If not, he's in the next one. And at any point after any season, you might jumble guys up within that cluster, and that might make the difference between a guy being number 9 or number 17. Yeah. And if you asked me a year ago at this time, I would say, yeah, Hurts is probably closer to like 8 or 9 on this list as opposed to 17 or 18. But based, coming off of last year where there were inconsistencies, and we've talked about all that, that's where he ends up as far as he is in this list. Would I personally have him that low behind some of the other guys that were on there? No, I probably wouldn't. Would I have like Jared Goff at number 8 or on that list or whatever he was, like 8 or 9? Like, no, I probably wouldn't. But again, it's the beauty in the eye of the beholder. And when you're looking at how these lists are cultivated for this specific exercise with Jeremy Fowler, there's going to be some inconsistencies there. So it doesn't shock me that that's where it landed.
Interesting. Let's go over. I want to just give you the quarterbacks and. Yep. You tell me. Yeah, I just want your kind of like, your kind of how you feel about the quarterback. So number 1's Allen.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
Right. I just lost it. Hold on.
It was I think it was Mahomes at 2.
Yeah. So Mahomes is 2.
Yeah, Mahomes 2, Stafford 3.
Yeah,
Stafford's playing like
I would have Stafford 1.
I mean, he's playing the best ball of his career. The thing that where I would go with Allen over Stafford is just because of what Allen can do, like from a playmaking dimension standpoint that Stafford just doesn't bring. Like Stafford, obviously, especially at this point in his career, like a pure pocket passer. So that's what limits the ceiling for like Burrow on that stack. Right. And for Stafford is like, all right, like that they are kind of confined to that area. Whereas Mahomes and Allen and Lamar, all three of those guys like have that extra dimension.
Totally agree. I totally agree. He's been so exceptional at being a pocket thrower is why, I kind of would argue a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. Like the fact that – and I don't get – there's a lot of talk about Allen. Everybody says Allen's overrated. I'm like, look what's around the guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Allen, he's phenomenal. And we've seen up close like what he can look like at his best. He's going to go down as an all timer. Now you want him to be able to see him kind of get over the hump and try and see if he can win one of these, win a Lombardi at some point. But I think especially when you're talking about the pure physical talent, like obviously he's got everything that you need there.
So we said that Lamar's 5. Now it's interesting because Lamar did not look like himself last year. Now, injuries, whatever
he
it
didn't
is.
have his best year this year. Yep.
Nah, I mean, Lamar's a good thrower. He was not accurate. He was high a lot with his balls. He didn't have the same bursts, and he wasn't as elusive. I mean, that kind of shook me a little bit last year.
Yeah, I'm fascinated to see what he looks like in this new offense. And honestly, it's a lot of the same. It's a different tree where you're talking about with Declan Doyle coming over from Chicago. He previously was with Sean Payton. He comes from Iowa, so like there's a lot of like blurred lines there with like the what the approach could be. But my sense is that it's going to be a lot more like under center and some play action and like multiple tight end, like some of the stuff that they've done before and had success with Lamar, but maybe like leaning a little bit more into some of those condensed sets. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. But Lamar certainly didn't have his best year last year. I think some of that was injury related, but that also has been a consistent theme with him, especially as you get late in the year. It's like he ends up in the injury report, and sometimes it's not even injury. Sometimes it's like, oh, he's sick again, and that's a storyline like every year, with Lamar. So yeah, I think that he certainly is primed for some kind of a bounce back, just because last year it wasn't his best.
Dak 6, I think justifiably. Numbers
to me, like Dak's a really, really good quarterback. And
he is.
So to me, like I know people get upset by it. I'm fine with where he's at on that list.
So do I. I think he's exactly where he should be. Number 7, Herbert.
Yep, and he's obviously it's a lot of the physical ability. He's come up small in some of the biggest moments. Obviously, that playoff game last year was dreadful. It was really, really bad. So not surprising that he's where he is.
But there's
like
context about that game. His line was horrific. I mean, he lost,
and that's been the story. Yeah.
I mean, he lost his best 2 tackles. He lost studs.
Yeah. And we saw what was that? There was a Thursday night game or was that a Monday night game against the Eagles last year, and we've seen like what that guy can do and what he can look like at his best. So all the physical tools are there. Obviously, he hasn't come up in the biggest moments, but again, like that's why. People get upset about this when you talk about Jalen, because it's like, oh, well, Jalen has, we've seen him excel in like some of these biggest moments. Well, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when Giants fans would make this argument about Eli Manning and say like, oh yeah, but look what he did on those 2 Super Bowl runs, and we would just all say, yeah, but during the regular season, this guy was terrible, and this, that, and the other, and it's like, we can make the argument for one way or for one guy because he's not with us, but then when it's not, it's a complicated conversation.
I know. The chat hates Herbert. He hates Herbert. I'm like,
we don't hate him. He just gets gushed over, and he hasn't had his game. He hasn't taken over and won a big game.
Well, that's true, but again, there's context, right? He had one of the worst coaches in the league when he was young, and he lost the playoff game and 3 to 4 interceptions. Brandon Staley was an awful coach.
It's been like 7 years. He hasn't had his game yet. I mean, how long we make excuses for the kid?
There's no excuses. If you watch, the Chargers lose both. You lose both your tackles, all world tackles, and all your running backs. That's legitimate context.
Yeah, I mean, and that's when we're looking at what this list is. It's like, all right, like who's had the best career, or is it if I'm starting a team right now, like who am I picking? If I'm playing one game on Sunday, who am I taking? Like, those different questions are going to result in different answers for a lot of these lists.
Yes, and then you go Drake May, Jared Goff 9, and I love Caleb 10.
Yeah, like Goff is probably a little high for me. A little bit high for me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't drop him too far down, but I would probably take Caleb and a couple of these other guys ahead of him. I'd probably swap May and Herbert personally. But it's not like May was lights out in some of those big moments last year either. When they got into the playoffs, like he was not playing his best football. So I wouldn't put him too much higher on that list. But yeah, this all sounds right.
They're Darnold at 11. Jaden Daniels, man, I love the kid when he's healthy and all, but
Right.
You know, I mean, he's going to hold up. Like last year was a tough year for him. That was too high. Jordan Love, Purdy, Baker, and a guy that I think could crack the top 10, who I actually think, not this year, but next year, who I think is on his way finally, is Lawrence.
He got better as the season went on last year. He kind of settled into that offense and got a better feel for it. So I'm interested to see what that looks like for him now in year 2 in that scheme. So yes, I would agree with that. I think the arrow potentially is pointing up there on Lawrence. I think the arrow is probably pointing a little bit down on Baker Mayfield. I think he kind of turned a little bit back into a pumpkin as the season went on last year because he was just. What he was doing was just like unsustainable on the back end of 2024 and then the early stage of 2025, where so much of it was kind of like, all right, run around and make a play on third down and chuck it deep to Mike Evans. And like that works for, that might work on 1 game or 2 games, but it's tough to maintain that. And I think that's kind of the way he was forced to play, or that he did play for a nice stretch there at the beginning of the season. So, but that's what I mean is that like, going into last year, Jalen Hurts coming off Super Bowl MVP season, if you would have said that you're going to have Baker Mayfield ranked ahead of Jalen Hurts, you're saying, that's crazy. This guy just won Super Bowl MVP.
Right.
But if you were to say, like, all right, like, if I'm making buckets and there's like a tier of 5, another tier of 5, and then there's a tier of like 12, they might be in the same bucket. But based off the year they came off of, that, all right, well, now Baker's up here and Jalen's down here. But 6 months ago, you would swap them. That's what these kind of lists, people get so obsessed with like the ranking as opposed to like, all right, they're probably just all grouped together in this one glut.
Yeah. No, I'm completely with you. What do you got to say?
I got a little thing about Baker Mayfield. Netflix has been releasing some of their quarterback, hyping it up. Baker Mayfield, he's pretty funny. There's one with him with Q. And he's like, who the bleep are you? He's like, you know who I am. He's like, I don't know who you are. Who are you? And then he admits he stole that line from Arian Foster, used that back in the day, and he carried it around. But then they have him, he's giving Jalen Carter some stuff. Like, you'd be like, oh, man, who would say this to Jalen Carter?
Really?
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I would not say this to Jalen Carter, especially if
We have it?
Yeah. We have it momentarily.
Oh, let's watch this one, Franny.
But Baker's a funny guy. He's moving up in my rankings just based on his personality.
Wow. You gotta be careful talking to Jalen Carter that way.
Yes. On a subject that I would think he's a little sensitive about. Maybe it has to do with spitting.
No. Here we go.
I think you can get away with doing that to Q. Like, that's all right. Like, worst case, what's going to happen there with Jalen? That's a little different.
Yeah.
You got to keep a couple in the holster, a couple in the chamber, however you want to describe it.
You got a problem spitting still? You still got a spitting problem?
You better be quick on your feet if you're going to talk trash to me. You got to keep a couple.
Got a spitting problem?
That's great. That's great. I respect that.
Yeah, he's fun.
That's pretty cool. That's good stuff. Well, Franny, it's almost time. I'm going to be bugging you. We got lots to get to. We're going to be doing a series of college previews, and I got all kinds of stuff for plans for you, buddy.
Well, I'm literally editing the draft guide as soon as we get off here. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm excited. It's almost here.
Let me know if you need some help. I'm in on it.
Will.
All right. Love it, Fran. St. Francis of football. Getting his time. Love it. Thanks, brother. You're the
Sounds
best.
good, guys. See you guys.
St. Francis, we love him.
Question 1998 chimes in. Herbert is swamp butt.
That's a great line. Swamp butt. You got swamp ass. But
that's what he called him. I didn't want to say, but
yeah. But that's what my wife would say to the boys,
Yeah.
Swamp
I mean,
ass.
it's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right. We got let's do a little take a little break and then we'll get to our man with some golf.
I mean, hopefully he's not in a meeting. Remember last time it was hard to get him out here. No, he's just walking around.
All right. Well, why don't we get him? But first, let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about Valley Forge and a nice little getaway, man. How about a nice little Montgomery County, PA getaway?
Do it.
A little bit of everything: history, shopping, entertainment, outdoor adventure, great food, all just outside the city. You can spend the day exploring Valley Forge National Historical Park. Hit the shops at KOP. Check out live entertainment. Explore some of the amazing small towns and hidden gems throughout Montgomery County. And with America celebrating 250 this summer, never been a better time to experience the history and the stories that helped shape this country. Whether it's a couple trip, family weekend, sports road trip, or just a chance to unplug a few days, Montgomery County makes it easy to get away without going far. Plan your trip, book your stay, and start your retreat today. ValleyForge.org. That's ValleyForge.org. Now let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods, my favorite, man. I love me some Dick's Sporting Goods. Pretty soon, football workouts start coming up. We start next week. So I got to get Massimo, and let's go. Let's get ready. So we'll go get this new mouth guard, his sleeves, some of the other stuff. We get the pads and all from the league. But it's going to be fun, man. Whether you're getting ready to cheer on your favorite squad or getting the kids up, they're ready to hit any field: baseball, fall ball, soccer, softball. Dick's Sporting Goods, your one-stop shop for everything you need this season. Jerseys and fan gear to rep the squads. All the equipment, gloves, cleats, bats. Well, the cleats are amazing, what they got. Everything you need for whatever sport you're playing this summer. I wish I was 12 years old. It's so easy, too. Stop by your local Dick's Sporting Goods store anywhere around the area or shop online anytime at Dicks.com before the next big game. Whether you're heading to the stadium or the backfields, make your first stop Dick's Sporting Goods, the house of sports. Sports start here. All right. Now joining us for a little British Open. I love the Open. The Open is pretty cool, man. It's one of the
I get on the corners, bro.
All right.
I wasn't prepared. That's on me, guys.
Yeah, but I can't have you that close. Not you, him.
Okay. All right.
When he comes close, it just skeeves me out.
Yeah, he is. He does get a little too close. He's fine moving. Yeah, he likes the 3-man setup.
He's a bit skeevy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dr. Skeeve.
All right, let's clarify something. When I come in here, I just like to see who's on. Like, I'm not like spying on you. Like,
you're not coming in. It's when you walk by.
Yeah, when I go to the bathroom, I like see who's on the monitor, like right here. Just see who they get. You like, you guys have like clear doors? Like, it's not like. Do you prefer I don't?
No, I don't care either way.
Okay.
It was just interesting because you were peering at us like we're animals in a zoo.
No, you said that. I didn't.
Right. I know you didn't. I said it. You're right.
I give you a look, see if I can make you laugh. It never works.
Yeah.
Then I look to see who's on, and then I go to the bathroom.
That's good. No, yeah. I got no. Listen, I have no issue.
Okay.
BG's got an issue. Now,
all right, fine. Do you want to like get like? You want to like close the doors? Or
trying to make him laugh?
Yeah, sometimes. It worked one time.
He can't even see that far. He can barely see through the.
No, I can see. I can see him.
All right, sorry. Moving on. I just had to clarify that.
The other issue. Go ahead, VG.
What?
You had an issue with Ben about his golf selections.
Oh well, I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, we should just let us know. Cite your reference, and we'll just have them on.
Well, I've listened to a bunch of golf podcasts. Like, you want to have them on? Yeah, you probably should. I haven't done nothing.
The chat is saying, since you're plagiarizing, if you're going to come in here and spout off what another podcast is saying,
no.
The chat is saying you're plagiarizing this podcast. So why don't we cut out the middleman and just?
That's a good point. That's a good. The chat is absolutely right. Not that I'm a plagiarizer. I don't do that.
See?
I don't plagiarize. The chat is right that I'm not sure why I'm on the show. I have done nothing but.
Well, listen.
I've done nothing but. Are you in the Fairly? Did they invite you back?
Yes.
Okay, so see,
we have another pool for the Farrelly brothers.
Yeah, that's how. Fourth time's a charm.
Yeah, I'm 0 for 3.
It's hard to win those. Like, what is like the top 10? What do you have, top
like,
5?
I don't know.
3?
Yeah,
He's not even close. Dude.
I'm Mr. Middle of the Pack.
See, this is the major for you because it's the first tee time is at 1 a.m. Eastern time. Like no, it's a late night.
You know what I love too? I love that, and I love waking up on my way to work. I listen to it.
Yep, and then you already know where some of the guys stand. Yeah, it's for a night owl. Like it's your
awesome.
major.
It is, and you know why I love it too? It's because it's a perfect fit because it's over by the afternoon, and then you go into baseball at night.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
The one thing to watch is it's going to be in England this year, at Royal Birkdale. A lot of the English guys are mad that they have a Thursday morning tee time because they all want to watch the World Cup game tonight. And they don't.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I forgot about that.
And a lot of them are like big Jude Bellingham, like big Harry Kane guys. Harry Kane loves golf. So like they have a good relationship. They all want to watch this World Cup game. And then they're mad that they have to get up Thursday morning for their tee times.
Wow. I didn't think about that. That's a great. You want to fade those guys tomorrow.
Well, Matt Fitzpatrick is one of the favorites of the tournament. He basically said, can you, whoever's listening, can you get me a late tee time? I want to watch it. And he was the only guy who got a late tee time.
Wow.
All that. Yeah. So it'll be good.
All right. Let me ask you this because VG brought this up. He said the weather will not play a factor. And that's.
Well, it'll play a factor in that it's warm and dry. It should be fast. Green should be fast.
They're saying
detrimental rain and wind.
I think it was Jordan Spieth said 5 irons are going like 300 yards, which is absurd. Like I don't have a club that goes 300 yards, and they're hitting irons 300 because there's a heat wave in England right now. So the grass gets really firm and the ball just runs forever. Mm-hmm. So people who are really long off the tee, it doesn't really matter because everyone's going to be long. So. And the course isn't that long to begin with, so I think it'll be an interesting.
See, I liked when it was I like when it was in Scotland, right? And you had the
rain, the wind, like you're battling through the elements,
slickers, and the wind's blowing in their face.
Promos about the wind. It's like NFL Phil's
coming in.
Well, the whole thing. I feel like the identity of the Open Championship is the weather.
Yeah,
you have to battle through the elements. You're gonna get rain. You're gonna get like some
and
really
it's not going to be like that at all. It's not on the water.
I mean, like I'm not a weatherman, but apparently it's supposed to be perfect conditions.
Yeah. When I was doing my research last night, I was
right.
I've been researching for months.
Yeah.
Like I was
say no rain in the forecast for the next
at all
40.
for
so far. No, as of last night.
Is it near the water? The course?
You know, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. It's in South. I believe it's in Southport, right where Tommy Fleetwood grew up.
Okay,
so he used to sneak on that course as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that'd be interesting.
The North Sea was angry.
Did you ask Danny D for his picks?
I will. Yeah, but I didn't get him yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get him yet. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick TO and come right back with your selections. Okay? So let's talk about some of our friends. We good, Jules? Let's go to TrueMark. That's right. We love TrueMark Credit Union and our dear friend Kelly Body, the CEO of TrueMark. Great 4-for-4 CEO. She's the best. Great. She's a sportswoman. Let me tell you what I like. Something that actually rewards the way you spend your money already. It's exactly what you get with the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. Talking about the 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases, including gas, you name it, for a limited time. New cardholders also get a 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months. Then 17.99% APR after that. But here's the deal. It's more cash back, less catch. Apply today at TrueMark.com or stop by any of the TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA. You know it's officially summer when Hoagie Fest comes back to Wawa. I got to ask you, what's your Wawa order? Mine, I'm going classic Italian. I love my Wawa hoagies. Hoagie Fest is back this year, bringing even more value to the table. Right now, you get a shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, plus a bag of Hers chips and a small fountain drink for $6. You're extra hungry? It's only $8 for a classic meal. Whether you're grabbing lunch between meetings, fueling up before a game, or making a quick stop on a summer road trip, it's an easy, delicious meal at a great price. I love it. We stop on the way to baseball. Hoagie Fest, fuel up after, between games. Big flavor, great value, same Hoagie Fest energy we all know and love. But it's only here for a limited time, so get it while you can. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. Gotta have Wawa. All right, welcome back. We got our man Ben. It's the Open Championship. So let's analyze the tournament. You got the weather, which was a huge part of it. It's not going to be a big part of it now. So what are you smelling?
I think the storyline starts with Scotty Scheffler. He missed his first cut last week for the first time in 75 plus starts. So people have kind of pointed this out all season, and you kind of wonder if he doesn't win this week, and maybe he wins in the playoffs and the FedEx and the BMW or whatever. Is this a disappointing year for Scotty Scheffler? Because he's in the middle of his prime, and he'll go 0 in the majors. He won't win a single major this year. It's fine. It's only 4 of them. But he won't win a single signature event either. He only won at the Amex in the beginning of the year in January. So I feel like this is a really big week for Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
What I won't do is what I did at the Masters and doubt Scotty Scheffler after I kind of thought his game was heading in the wrong direction. I will take Scotty Scheffler this week. I do think, I'm not sure that I would use him in the pool. I think the first tier is probably going to be him and Rory. And I think Scotty's going to be super motivated after a miscut, probably honestly embarrassed. And you just don't want to fade him right now. I wouldn't.
All right, here's the top tier in the Farley brothers pool. Scheffler, Rory, Rahm, Fitzpatrick, Wyndham Clark.
And you only get one of those?
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh my God. That's way different than mine. I think Fitzpatrick is the one to go there. He's playing great golf. This is a course where he's picked up a bunch of speed in recent years to get some distance off the tee, but it doesn't really matter here. I think when you think about like hitting the ball very straight, he won at the Heritage where a lot of that was exactly how you're going to win. I really like Matt Fitzpatrick this week.
The second tier is Fleetwood, Shoffley, Goddard, Young, Morikawa, DeChambeau, McIntyre, and Hovland.
And you only get one?
Yeah.
These are massive tiers. Morikawa. I really like Colin Morikawa. It's a guy who doesn't hit the ball very straight. He's one of the more accurate drivers because you just need to find the fairway. Because if you don't find the fairway, there's big penalties. You could get really weird lies in the rough, and you could make big numbers if you don't hit the fairways. Colin Morikawa is really good at that.
How's his back?
I was nervous about his back early in the year. He just finished third at the Travelers and shot 61, I think, on that Sunday. So, I think his back's probably doing pretty well.
Look at that. That's good. Listen, that's not a plagiarist speaking.
I did not plagiarize.
I believe you.
Yeah. No, you don't. That's okay, though. That's
the
okay.
next,
if I plagiarized, I'd have a winner.
This week.
The chat should know that if I plagiarize, I'd probably have a winner, and I've had 0. So
the next tier, Aberg, Hatton, Rose, Burns, Tom Kim, Lowry, Reed, and Russell Henley.
And you only get one.
What do you pick?
One.
You only get one out of either.
Well, that's a tough one.
I really like Justin Rose. I feel like time is kind of running. I mean, he's 46 years old. The time is kind of running out for him to win another major. I think this is the time. He came this is where it all really started. He qualified as an amateur here and played really well. I think Justin Rose, this is the one championship he wants to win the most. And he's a guy who, again, he's 46 years old and he's done nothing but finish in the top 10. And then particularly in the Masters the past couple of years, finish runner up. So, I like Justin Rose.
The next tier, Siwoo Kim, Justin Thomas, Joaquin Neiman, Spieth, Rye, Spawn, Koepka, Cameron Smith.
I like JJ Spawn. He's had a really tough go in terms of the majors since he won the U.S. Open last year. But he's extremely accurate off the tee, and he's a really good iron player. And I'll just take the chance that he's not going to perform poorly at another major.
What do you think of that, VJ?
I like go Spieth on that one.
Spieth?
Yeah.
Oh my! You can't take Spieth right now. You can't take Spieth right now.
Who'd you say? Who did you take?
JJ Spawn.
All right, well, let's do it. We'll
Okay, yeah, let's take that
Spawn
matchup.
versus
Yeah,
Spieth.
Spawn. I have Spawn. I would take Spawn over Spieth.
Right.
If you told me I could
All
do that.
right.
Right
How
now.
about this for Big Brother's Big Sister?
Okay.
Whoever loses gets an extra punch in the arm, an
Sure.
extra dead arm.
Sure. But that's the week after.
That's
Big
fine.
Brother,
That's
Big
fine.
Sister's
That's fine.
Friday.
That's fine. I don't know how that you. Yeah, we'll just. That's fine. Sure.
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
I feel
sure.
good. Spieth's already won at Birkdale, so I feel
You
good.
could give me two. You could give me two.
Jules rules. You're a witness.
You can give me two. You can give me two extra. Like that's how. Yeah, I'll
like a
double
tough
down.
guy.
I'll double down.
Oh,
Yeah,
tough
you can give
guy
me two.
over here.
Who's the one?
like it.
Who's the one punching me?
Me.
You can give me three extra.
Ooh, I'm only dealing with one. But his guy's got better odds, so he should get a couple more.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. Well, check the odds. What are the
One's at 74
So
to 1.
I get 3
Mine's
shots.
80 to 1.
The 74 and 80 to
He
1 is
said
not
three.
that big a
I heard it.
difference.
Okay.
All right, fine. That's fine. Yeah, you can give me three extra. That's really gonna stink.
Same arm.
Same spot. I hit the same spot too.
If it hurts, I'm gonna call HR. I just
No, you can't call HR. Here's the deal. The chat's the witness. You said it. You're the one.
that's
Hey,
fine.
you
That's
know,
fine. That's fine. That's fine. No. That's fine.
If you're
I was joking. I was joking. You ever heard of a joke?
okay,
Yeah.
that's why
Never heard of
if you're in the
joke.
hospital, you can't call HR.
I'm not gonna call HR. I am too scared.
Something happens, and I don't know. And you're forced to go to. I'm gonna have a waiver. Joe
Yeah. Print out a waiver. I will sign it.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel good. My guy's already won at this course.
All right. Minwoo Lee, Brian Harmon, Cantlay, Matsuyama, Fitzpatrick, Scott, Bhatia, Griffin.
I like Alex Fitzpatrick. That's the other Fitzpatrick. I'll take both Fitzpatricks.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh, you good with that?
Yeah.
Christopher Wrighton. I don't never heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Kitayama, Maverick McNeely, Corey Connors, Ryan Fox, Olison, Homa, Jason Day.
Easily Corey Connors. He's probably my favorite pick down that board.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Really good iron player, really good accuracy off the tee. He's been an awful putter, but if there's one thing that you can do on some of these slower greens is you see some positive regression in terms of the putting. So I love Corey Connors.
All right. And the last tier, Jake Knapp. Never heard of him.
Nope.
Gary Woodland, Fowler, Eric Cole, JT Poston, Hae-Tong Lee, Eugenio Chikara.
Who?
He played third base for the Reds. And Keegan Bradley.
I'll go Keegan Bradley.
Over Ricky?
I go Ricky.
Oh, I didn't know Ricky Fowler was in that. I'll go fine. I'll go Ricky Fowler. All right.
There
Why not?
you go. There it is. There it is.
There you go. Are you going to take those? Probably not. You probably don't even remember who I said.
I did. I marked him.
Yeah. Okay.
I marked him. I take. Listen, I take.
I
the six.
wouldn't.
I'm going to do.
Just send me it when you're finished, so I can root for your guys.
Thank you,
That's the
buddy.
kind of guy I am.
I know you.
Right?
I know you. You're a Foxhole guy.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
are.
Like
Unless we need French fries.
You can't.
Then he's not fine.
DeChambeau's going for the miscut slam.
about that?
Missed the cut in every major. We can't have you not perform in any of these pools. It's do or die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
I'm
to.
embarrassed. I'm
Yeah.
a middle guy. He just, Bobby Farrell, he thinks I'm just a middle guy.
Yeah, we can't have that.
He's got a deal
We
that's
can't
just
have
been
that.
in
We
limbo,
can't have
waiting
that.
for him to win one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can't have
He's
that.
just like, he's just another
How
dude.
do they do in the pools?
That's a good question.
You got to go look. Like, are they who? Like, are we? Did they tell you who the winners are? The past winners
I get
are?
a final thing.
Yeah.
It's funny. I never looked. If I just look at myself. I don't. I know they haven't won because or been finished first.
Okay, so that's okay. Then
Because
that's,
I
you
don't
still
know
have a
the
chance.
name.
You still have a
Right.
chance.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bobby's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's a great dude. All right. That's good stuff there, Benny. You ready for football?
Oh yeah. This is why I love golf. It just gets you right to football season.
Yeah, I love the majors. This is usually my favorite. I'm disappointed the weather's going to be good. Yeah.
Well, you don't know. Things can change though.
Yeah.
Like people thought that the win was going to be up at the U.S. Open. The next thing you know, it all switches, and then Wyndham Clark gets the wave luck, and then he gets out in front of a huge lead, and he wins the entire thing. So I don't trust the weather until they start playing golf.
I got you. No, that's good. It's good advice.
Smart.
All right. PHLY on the pitch. What do we got? Our items. Why don't you sit down? Finish the show. Yeah.
I'm staying. All
Hey,
right.
stay. Otherwise, we're lopsided.
You're the conductor. You got to tell me what to do.
No, you stay.
All right.
Corner kicks. All right, we got the last one, England and Argentina.
So we have let's go Argentina first, is the bucket golf.
Yeah.
All right.
This
You
looks
don't like
pretty
that. I
cool.
kind of like that.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
What is that?
And then
bucket golf.
England.
You like chip into the. Oh, that's awesome.
Footballs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Ben would like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's great. Yeah, I like that.
England's. I still like this one a lot. I want this
Bocce.
one for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The botch.
Nice
Yeah.
bocce
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, I'm going to England. You guys going to Argentina?
Argentina for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I want that.
All right. Now we got questions from the diehard questions.
Yes. So let me pull up a couple here. This is a good one. This one is from Big Five Fan 123. What's the best individual performance you have ever saw live? This guy said he saw the Embiid 70-point game. Best
Wow.
individual.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
I saw Jordan drop. What did he drop at the Garden? It was like 70 something. It was 60. I don't know. It was a big number that he dropped at Madison Square Garden. I've seen perfect games, no hitters. Man, I saw in the AFC Championship game that stood out was Terrell Davis ran for like 250 against the Jets in Mile High. I don't know. There's a million of them.
I saw the 4 Schwarber bombs.
That's a great one.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the more unique. I was working for the Pirates at the time, and I saw them win a game in which they got no hit. That
Wow,
was
that's
yeah. That
pretty
was.
good.
I don't think that's an impressive performance. I don't think I've seen any
No, but
impressive. That's unique.
That's a
though.
unique anomaly.
though.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this one is from DAS411. What are your top 3 QBs in the NFL that you would want to get a beer with?
Current?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a great one. Is that
I have a theory though. But you go first.
Current or all?
current or all time? Let's do one. Let's do both.
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
All time, number one would be Marino.
Yeah, I think that would actually be my one. That would be my one too.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough because I was a spokesman for his pizza place.
Oh, really?
So
that's awesome.
I tell you a story.
No.
Where he threw a ball across the restaurant that had low hanging lamps.
Oh, it probably
perfect. It was across the restaurant, and he just went like flicked it, and it was like a homing pigeon right here in my chest.
Oh my God! Did you throw it back to him?
Yeah, I did, but I moved so
that you were out of the way. Yeah.
because I didn't want to bust up one of his lamps.
Yeah, you can't.
But he threw it. I swear to God, it was like bend it like Beckham type of thing. Like he threw it around.
That's
and
awesome.
and I told you, the ball, it was impossible to drop. It stuck in my hands, in my chest.
Yeah.
It was.
That's
it was
impressive.
unbelievable.
I'm not doing that. So
yeah, it was unbelievable. But he would be one. I'm a Peyton guy. I love Peyton.
I would Peyton. Phil Rivers would be mine.
I love Peyton. I told you. I went to
It
class.
would be cool to get a beer.
No, he's cool.
Eli seems more fun to get a beer with.
So I have a theory.
Actually, Brady, I would love to.
I actually love this question because I have a theory. If you would grab a beer with them, they're probably not a good quarterback. Think about the best quarterbacks.
Well, Brady, you want to have a beer with Brady? You want to have a beer with Brady?
I'm not sure that I would want to have a beer with Brady.
I'm a Brady fan.
You could be a Brady fan, but like,
I heard he's,
if you sit down, like,
well, actually, no,
he's probably drinking like a plant-based beer or something.
No,
That's like,
ask Klecko. I just ran into Danny. Danny's had beers with Klecko, with Peyton and Brady.
Okay.
There was a bartender at the Messina Social Club. He was a caddy at one of the bougie places, and Brady would go there a couple times a year. Always have him. He's the greatest. Beers.
Okay, so maybe
well.
he's a good beer. I didn't know. Like, you good to have beer with. I don't know. Like, I
educating you. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
No, I would say funny.
Baker at this point.
Yeah, see, I would grab a beer with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
He would be in my
modern day.
Joe Burrow too.
Joe's cool.
Man, you got the
I would
not. I would not grab a beer.
Burrow?
No.
Really?
No.
He's pretty cool.
No, which is why I think he's a good quarterback.
I love that guy. I love to hang with Burrow. He'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a Mahomes guy. I love Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes would be. Josh Allen would be a really good beer.
Yeah.
I think Sam Darnold would be a really good.
Lamar would be fun.
Yeah, I think Lamar would be fun.
Yeah.
Who else?
No. Would you get a beer with Dak? No.
Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Let's be real. You're not turning down a beer with any of these guys.
No, of course not.
Yeah, of course.
But-
Let's get that out of the way. Let's
let's
get
get
that out of the way. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to
Baker's
think.
in my top 3 for sure.
Is he?
Yeah,
I can see
think
that.
so. Baker, Josh Allen would be in there. I think Sam Darnold would be my 3rd.
Darnold?
Yes,
Man,
I think he'd be a.
Eh.
Yeah, I think he's cool.
Mahomes, definitely. I'm a Mahomes. I love Mahomes.
Okay.
He was at the World Cup game.
Caleb? Get your nails done?
No.
VG's looking at the QB rankings to figure out who he would have a
I'm
beer.
looking at
with.
who I
Like,
wanna
I
have
want the best hang, not the best.
Caleb be good. You get a Manny Petty, some champagne.
Who else?
I think old head. I'd like to Stabler. He looked like he'd be a
yeah,
good dude.
he passed away. Yeah.
Bradshaw, would you get a beer with Bradshaw?
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuck it up too much.
No, dude, he's the funniest.
Yeah.
I had him on once years ago. He was doing a show where he traveled and ate weird things.
Yeah.
This was the funniest interview I've ever done. I was crying laughing because he ate, who was it? Chicken vagina.
What?
You can't say, can you say that on air?
It's a body part.
Okay.
It's anatomically correct.
Okay. All right.
Chicken and he.
I don't know the rules. I don't go on air. I don't.
Yes. First of all, we can say anything. It's YouTube. But second of all,
Wait, are there the male versions of that? The opposite side? They're chicken.
I have no idea. All I know
Chicken
is that
things?
it was chicken vagina. And he goes, I had it all over. And he's going, I had vagina on a stick. I had vagina. And he was just going on and on and on about chicken vagina that he ate for this show. And dude, I was crying.
Yeah,
the way
sure you were.
He's got the greatest personality. He's hysterical.
All right.
Every time I met him like in person,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
All right.
He's a funny dude.
All right.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I'm not getting involved in that conversation.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not where I thought this conversation was going to go at all.
He's telling you,
way
Terry Bradshaw.
Way to make it weird, dude. Like,
it's Terry Bradshaw.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Maybe get weird. No, dude. You're so awkward. Like, why would you make that awkward? I wasn't talking about
you. Were the one who brought this all up.
It's an animal.
All right. Moving on.
Just like a gizzard. People eat gizzards.
Yo, help me out here.
Gizzards.
Help me out here.
You're such a weirdo.
You know, now you made it weird by calling it out that it was weird.
No, you're the one saying, "Way to make it all weird." with your awkward way.
That's fine.
Oh
That's
God,
fine.
I gotta drive. I gotta drop him off at Stuff's house.
I don't know if stuff can help.
You didn't think so?
I don't know.
With Santa was like, where'd you get that dude?
He said that?
Yeah.
He goes, really stinks.
He goes,
really
where'd you get that guy out? What planet? Where's he goes, he's definitely a Green Bay guy. I go, he's not from Green Bay.
He said that?
You said you're from Green
You're
Bay.
making that up. Did that actually happen?
Yes.
That's really unfortunate.
That's
really unfortunate.
He said you're a nice kid.
That's fine.
He said you're
okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Listen,
thanks, DAS1411.
What else we got?
Okay, this is my last one. Who's more on the hot seat, Nurse or Sirianni? This is from K-Red.
That's a great one, K-Red. I'll go Sirianni.
Yeah, I think he's eternally on.
Yeah. Did the Sixers get LeBron? Like, if you don't win with LeBron, like you probably.
Listen, I don't think he's on a hot seat.
Yeah.
I don't get that sense that he'll be on a hot seat. No, again, if
does the Celtics series change everything then in your mind? Because if they didn't beat the Celtics,
no, actually, none of it matters. It's the reshaping of the. Listen,
no, I'm not insinuating.
If they're a failure, then yeah. but Sirianni is definitely on a hot seat. Like the OC,
This offense stinks.
the OC
That's fair.
is
That's
the
fair.
guy,
That's fair.
right? Like everybody's with the OC.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at the head coach who's an offensive-minded head coach, right?
And like, there's people around the league that go, why doesn't he just take over? Like, why can't he take over?
You mean like the way that like Dan Campbell took over play calling
Right.
with the Lions?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
feel
like,
that
then you're
happened, and then Jonathan Gannon had to
perennially
tell him.
in this spot where, I mean, what happens if Mannion comes in? The offense is unbelievable, right? Like, and like you see how great of a coach, great play caller, whole thing. How did the Eagles let him go?
Is there precedent though for like a really good OC that like couldn't that have happened with Ben Johnson in Detroit? Like, is there precedent for the winning CEO head coach who
right?
who
But here's the
loses
problem.
his job because he hired a good OC?
But here's the problem.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he hired me.
How many year after year after year after year are you going to go cycle through coordinators? And the problem is, like Dan Campbell was an accomplished coach, a true CEO coach, right? Like you know, like he was coming off of the.
I'd make
NFC
the argument
championship
Nick Sirianni has accomplished more than Dan Campbell.
Sure.
And I don't think that's close, actually.
Agreed, but people don't give him the
Dan Campbell?
no.
That's fair. I think Dan Campbell's a
Sirianni.
very good head coach.
Yeah, Sirianni, like Howie's the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like that's all part of it. I'm just giving you.
But
this is not me telling you. This is my read on them.
Well, yeah, I get that. That's fine. I have no problem with Sirianni being on the hot seat.
Yeah, I think listen, you got a great team.
Mm-hmm. ESPN said the second best starting roster.
Yeah. All right, it's going to do it for us. Jules rules. Julia, how's chat saying?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Baker would be starting fights. Aaron Rodgers would be nuts. Bradshaw would be too much. Ben's going to call HR. Ben has the Larry David effect on Cuz.
I thought you said that's going to do it for us. Let's
yeah. Love you, chat. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.